nothing else. I'm just showing that we know. Everybody can say that we bullies, but I'm just going to show you what a bully is. But yes, I'm coming. Shut that door 1 minute. Sorry. I've just come outside so I can talk without these. So I'll see you all in a bit and have a lovely day. Bye, babies. Bye. Thank you for my presents.
Bye. And like I said, you've got to also remember the other side. There are women that do lie about that. And I've spoken on that many times. I'm not saying this is clear because I don't want to get involved in something that I don't know about, but there are women that do make that up out of revenge. They do. You know what I mean? And men have gone to jail for it. You know what I mean? For false accusations. Yeah. He may have finished it because she wouldn't give in. Listen, this is a thing I don't know. But I don't think people can go around and say that Chippy did it. I don't think you can say, yes, he did it. Because that's slander, because he hasn't been convicted of it. So, you know what I mean? I think it's unfortunately, mud sticks. That's why I'm so against it coming to the app. Not just because of her, but because of his sake. Because we're going to some people, what if it's true? Yeah, I believe it. Do you know what I mean?
And to be fair, from the sound of it, he hasn't actually been accused of anything. She's just stating how she felt.
There's not enough proof. You know, she needs to be able to have her say, and for even Ange to question her and challenge her on some of the stuff.
Come in here because I think we'd get the truth out of her.
Angie, she needs to come in and say her side, say her piece.
Yeah, but like I said, I don't think she would because, like I said, people don't usually come in here because we do question.
Well, that's the side, isn't it? You have to think about, because if she wanted it out there, who would she go to? You, because you hate Chippy.
What proof do you want? X tapes, come on. Kirsty, what do you mean? Do you want to get in the box, Kirsty? I don't know what well, obviously, all I'm saying, if you've got to bring something like this to the app, you've got to have receipts with that.
And you've always said that. You've always said you need receipts if it's somebody else on the app, because that's another creator.
Oh, guys, I'm not victim shaming. Please don't think I'm victim shaming. I don't know who the victim is. It could be her, the victim. It could be Chippy that this is the victim. All I'm stating is I don't have the evidence to state, yes, this happened. Yes, no, it didn't. That's all I'm saying. I just don't agree with it being brought to the app, you know. And like I said, yes, women do backtrack all the time. They get scared. They get those kind of feelings. Could have happened. She got scared maybe. Or maybe she's just lying and she's doing it out of revenge. We don't know. That's all I'm saying, is it needs to be with the police. So please don't think I'm victim shaming. The thing is, who's the victim? The abuser or the abused? The person that's making that accusation or the person being accused? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah. It's up to her if she wants to talk. Listen, I don't think she's going to get on to come in here, and that's fine, but I think she needs to go on her platform then and clear it up if what she's saying is the truth.
And if she's confused why the relationship broke down, her and Chippy should be having that discussion and talking about that, not bringing it to TikTok.
Yeah, and people saying that Chippy the way he talks to women and things and he shouts, listen, I don't like him, he doesn't like me, yeah? But however, that does not mean he's guilty of such a crime like this. Because he shouts or, you know, I mean, or because you think he's a bully, doesn't mean he's guilty either. Do you know what I mean?
Two different kind of men that could do that anyway, isn't there?
Yeah. I don't know who this Claire is, but she is welcome to get into the box. She all go on her own platform. You don't have to get in here. I'm not doing it for clout or anything like that. Just go and get on your own platform then and clear it up. Yeah. Because there's one thing I don't like, and that's a false accusation. You would know this. I've been speaking about it for years, that how many people that have gone to jail for things they have not done. And I can't stand a dangerous woman. However, I don't know if she's lied.
And again, if she's been going around app to different creators, no one else has spoken on it. No one else has come up with the same accusation as to what Blaster's saying.
Yeah. Yeah, she might go on to Pearl's. I don't know. I don't know if Pearl wants to talk on hers. But yeah, she's welcome wherever she wants to go in it. But she needs to clear it up.
And I'm going to go. I'll be back in later, okay?
Someone's, but she obviously didn't want to bring it. Oh, okay, thank you. Someone's, but she obviously didn't want to bring it to the app. Now she will be attacked and called a liar. Well, I'm not calling her a liar, live wire. I'm not calling her any of that. I'm just saying it's a very hard thing to prove as well, isn't it? That if that's what it is, but that's not the word she used. I'm not saying she is. I'm saying it should be with the police. Scenario.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll get to the bottom of it. I'm going to drop down anyway, Ange, let some others in.
All right. Thank you, Nick.
All right, love. See you soon.
Hello, Snowy.
Hiya, Ange. The one question I have with regards to this, I don't really know much about Chippy. I don't watch him, and I don't really know a huge amount about the situation. But what I would question is, as a survivor, I'm not a victim. I'm a survivor.
Yeah.
One thing I would question is, why would you trust somebody that you don't know, that has no reason to have your back? Why would you go to them with such an accusation and expect them to keep it secret for you? I think she has done this on purpose, and I think she's done it to get at Chippy. I'm sorry. When I went through this many years ago, and there is less than a handful of people that know about my situation, and no way would I start messaging any creator on this app and tell them my story and expect it to be kept a secret.
You know what, though, Snowy? I think that could be victim shaming. Not saying that she's a victim, but I just feel there's many people. It's you shouldn't have done this. You should have done this, and I don't think that's fair, because I've spoken to people that I shouldn't have spoken to. Yeah, they have leaked my information, and I've still spoken to them, told them my story, and I'm like, why have I told them this? Sometimes you just need to reach out to the closest person to you, because maybe you're feeling a certain way. You know what I mean? And it's one of those. It does not mean she's a liar because she spoke to the wrong person. Do you know what I mean? And I'm saying that in general, but anything.
She's gone to a complete stranger who is on TikTok.
Yeah, but some people do. I've spoken to strangers on here I shouldn't have spoken to. Look how many things Corey has done to me, and I've still spoken to him about my shit, even though he's leaked things.
But
Sometimes you go for the closest person.
You and Corey are, two completely different entities. Do you know what I mean? But in this situation,
but Snowy, you can't say that, because many victims have spoken to the wrong person, or this person, that person, and they probably shouldn't have done it. It does not mean it didn't happen, though.
True.
Do you know what I mean?
I haven't. At what point have I said that this woman's a liar? I haven't said that this woman's a liar.
And I'm not talking about this woman when I say that. I'm just talking in general, because that's such a statement to put out there that, people, victims should speak to certain people. Victims don't. Sometimes it's easier to speak to someone they don't know, a complete stranger, than someone they do know. Do you know what I mean?
Why would you do it on social media?
But this is what I'm saying. Why this? Why that?
With somebody that outs people all the time. Do you know what I mean?
I get what you're saying, but you could say, why this? Why has the victim done this? It's victim shaming. No, and I'm not talking about clear. I'm just talking about general, that any victim should be able to talk to whoever they want without being called a liar because they spoke to the wrong person. Do you know what I mean? I don't think that's fair.
Well,
I don't think someone's lying because they've spoken to a person they shouldn't have spoken to. But I get where you're coming from, that maybe she spoke to that person to out it, to leak the information, maybe.
That is my opinion. Do you know what I mean?
She probably reached out to her because she spends a lot of time on the app. She met a man on the app. She's a mod on the app. Do you know what I mean? She may not have a lot of people around her. So when you leave something like that, sometimes you're not in the right frame of mind. I know when I left my ex-partner, I was spiraling. I was desperate to tell anyone and everyone about what had gone on. Don't get me wrong, that's not on social media, and I kept it very private, but that's exactly what she's done. Now, nobody's there to say, yes, it happened, no, it didn't happen. Like, I think that's absolutely outrageous for you to even defend that, because you don't know. And that sort of behaviour of he wouldn't possibly accept no, or I felt pressured, that is a part of controlling and coercive behaviour. And sometimes you don't recognise it when you're in that relationship. I know that when I spoke to a domestic abuse support agency, they sort of explained so much to me that I didn't even quite recognise was abuse. I didn't quite get it until someone explained to me and said, like, look, you've probably gone through this, you've probably gone through that. Like, you just can't say yes or no to these things. And to expose it, I think, is mental, because you don't know. And she was only, in regards to the brother, she was possibly spiralling. Do you know what I mean? You just don't know. And she probably said the wrong thing, but she never said it in black and white. She never said, full stop, he's done this, he's done that. That's just how she felt. And who are you to say otherwise? Sorry, bit of a rant, but
I think on the other side, we need to be careful about what we say to Chippy, as in, you can't say that, he's done this, because I know what's a comment actually called him earlier, and I think they got blocked, because he's not been found guilty. She could have made this up. He could be a victim of a false accusation, and people need to.
Yeah, I don't think people should say either way.
No.
Like, you can't say he's definitely done this, but you can't say she's a liar or anything like that. You just don't
I'm
know.
just talking in general. I'm not
Yeah.
even talking about the situation. I'm just talking about, you know, anybody, to be fair, you know. But I just think people need to be careful what, you know, because it is slander if you do say Chippy's done this, because it could be. She probably could have wanted revenge. We don't know what happened.
But his behaviour towards women is very concerning. I remember I used to sit in boxes and he made weird comments about AI pictures, and I literally said to people, that's pretty uncomfortable. Like his behaviour towards women is wild. Like you've got to question it somewhat. Do you know what I mean?
And
Well,
I get
you
what
don't
you're
have
saying.
to,
I
but I
totally get what you're
personally
saying, but
would.
it does not mean that you can, let's say that
No,
he's
no,
a
definitely
PIG
not.
at times, yes, and a bully at times does not mean he's guilty of such a crime as that, because that's
No,
quite
definitely
unfair.
not. That's just separate. That I
Yeah,
think
it's
he's
two separate things, and I
concerning.
don't think people could say, "Oh, look," when he does his FYP next. Oh, he's shouting at a woman. Yes, I knew he was guilty.
Yeah,
Because
no.
they're two different things. Do you know what I mean? Just
Completely
because he shouts
separate.
at someone or says the wrong thing, or do you know what I mean, does not mean he's one of those. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no, that's
a bare
completely separate,
accusation.
isn't it? But that's just something you pick up as a
Yeah, I mean, he
woman.
could be a victim of this false accusation this woman has put out. And if she has made it and there's enough receipts, listen, I haven't seen it all, but I've only heard that voice note, which I do think is not accusing the brother, but maybe insinuating something. But however, that's all I've seen. If there was receipts, then obviously I think it's disgusting that a woman would make any accusation towards anyone, and especially something like that. I do think also women like that, if she's made it up, should be locked in, should be put to jail.
Yeah, it's fucked
Like
if you
a
make
big
something
thing.
like that up. It's absolutely fucked in the head, but
Oh, absolutely.
right, I'm going to drop. Thanks, Ange. Love
Thank
you.
you, Kiri.
It's Karis!
We'll get rid of the bullying now because people are sorry for him. Listen, like I said, it's just a tough one, isn't it? Because I don't think people feel sorry for him. I think some people always start having doubts about him, unfortunately. I'll say unfortunately because it has been brought to a wider audience. Even though she was box hopping, you know, that was probably a smaller audience. Now it's got to a larger audience, hasn't it? So mud sticks in it, unfortunately, when you get accused of such thing. Oh, crazy. People actions away show never ever accused him. The app is, yeah. And that's why I said it shouldn't have been brought here. You know, should have waited, I think. And, you know, if people wondered why I didn't speak on it earlier, then he could have explained it.
I think though, Ange, I think if it had been left and then it had come out by accident, I think everybody would have jumped on Chippy a lot harder. You know,
but if he had receipts to prove that this is the reason why he couldn't speak on it, you know what I mean, or didn't speak on it. Because, you know, it's just one of those things that people are going to have their opinion on it now, aren't they?
Everybody has an opinion on everything, to be honest. But even if he even if he hadn't have brought it to the app with Blaster today, and somebody else had got wind of it, and they brought it to the app first, then I think it would have been 10 times worse for Chippy. They'd have been all like, "Oh, you're hiding something. You've done this. You've done that. Why was it not spoken about before?" Do you know what I mean? I'm not defending anybody's actions here. I don't know who's right, who's wrong, who's done what. But I think, you know, a bit like Pearl said, I think they've done right today to bring it. You know, it was obviously getting, if she's been spreading it around to other people in messages.
No, I understand what you're saying, but because they hadn't got to a larger audience, I don't think they should have, it might not have, it could have been stopped, you know, and that maybe in another way, but however, it's out there now, isn't it? It was to a smaller audience, wasn't it? She mentioned him on Claire's Law. I've got some videos that I want to play anyway, because I didn't watch the whole live, so I'll play those. You can stay in the box if you want. It's on my phone, so. What's this? Oh, wait a minute. That's, no, that's CA. Give me a sec, guys. No. Oh, this one here. So this was after I left.
But she can also be a victim and have a problem with lying. She still may have that happen from Chippy. I'm not saying whether it happened or didn't happen from Chippy. Obviously, I don't know.
She does turn around and say on the very last message, which is why I blocked her, that she was still wanting to give Chippy attention and get back with him, regardless of what she had told me. And then I said, "Are you serious?" After you said he's a danger to women and kids, and she went, "It's probably all in my mind because of my childhood." And sorry if I've come out with that, but that's what she says.
She was backtracking because you had a sussed. If you'd have gone with it,
If you'd have believed and gone with it, she'd have let you out. She was manipulating you, trying to manipulate you to out him.
Yeah.
She knew exactly what she was doing. Women like her are dangerous. Anyway, I'll go.
Yeah. And I know Chippy in a lot of other people's yas as well.
Chippy's my mate, and she needs teeth knocking in.
Yeah, not wanting it to be brought to the app.
Wow, did you hear that last bit? Chippy is my mate. She needs her teeth kicking in. That's a disgrace, what you've just said there, because he might be your friend, but however, we don't know the whole situation. You know, I've not seen any receipts. But for you to say that is disgusting.
The only people that actually know what happened is her and Chippy.
Yeah, exactly. And the fact is, we don't really know, but you're sitting there saying he's my friend. So you would support someone. And let's take Chippy out of the equation. You would support someone that has done that if it's your friend. And I think it was that bit when she said, that's my friend. Do you know what I mean? That really bothered me, that bit. So you'd support someone regardless of what they've done if that's your friend.
This app's so bizarre because everybody's friends with people they've never met before, you know, and they'll back them 100%, you know, without even knowing these people, without knowing the true colours. It's crazy. It's crazy, this app.
Yeah. Oh, where's the volume gone on that? 1 sec.
Blaster, has Chippy got support?
I think so.
I hope so, because men don't reach out the same as women.
Is that? Sorry, it's just lagging.
Yeah.
I just hope he reaches out to somebody who won't carry his stories and help him through it, because this is a shame. He's a lovely man.
And I can't believe that delusive Angie has jumped in the box hearing half his story and saying I was wrong.
Yeah. But I heard the voice note. She didn't directly accuse him, and that's where you need to remember. She didn't directly do that, and that was towards Chippy's brother.
So should he hear it all, then piss off?
Yes, to take it to her own platform, then she'll try and get clear in, and that's her story for the day. She's vile.
You put it to the app. People are going to talk on it.
No, I'm fine. Honestly, I'll look the bad one. I couldn't give a shit. I will look the bad one. I couldn't give a shit.
No, bless you take it all on your shoulders, and sometimes it's not fair.
Yeah.
I've noticed that a lot of people put a lot on your shoulders and run with stories.
Thank you, Joe. Blame and Paul.
But I'm glad you've output this.
I think I needed to. Hi, Alex.
How you doing, everyone? Well, big up to yourself, Blaster, and big up everyone else for being adults today, you know what I mean? Even though people don't see eye to eye and, you know...
Even though you don't have solid evidence whether it's true or not. Oops, volume keeps
out to somebody who
Sorry, the volume keeps going.
You take it all on your shoulders and so...
Even though people don't see eye to eye and, you know, there's fallouts and all this, but big up to everyone that's been an adult today, because this is some serious shit, this is. Accusations like this stick, we know this. I've had it on myself, remember? So I know exactly how this is as a man. So at the end of the day, big up everyone that's been adults today and seeing it for what it is, because you know what it's like with this app. You say one thing and it gets, you know what I mean? Fucking everyone acts to, you know what I mean? So that's what I mean. I just come up to say, you know, like, everyone, you know, I mean, thank God for this shit, so I'm going to say.
It's like if a man had said it about a woman, I don't know why, but it kind of just gets swept under the carpet. See, if a woman says it about a man, it's like blown up. And this is the way that was going to go. And I knew she'd been in a lot of people's ears.
It's honestly crazy how these women actually put men on a pedestal on this app. It's crazy. I didn't think women on this app would think they're below men.
For this shit, so I'm going to say.
It's like if a man had said it about a woman, I don't know why, but it kind of just gets swept under the carpet. See, if a woman says it about a man, it's like blown up. And this is the way that was going to go. And I knew she'd been in a lot of people's ears hoping it'd be brought to the app. I wasn't going to bring it to the app. But when I knew she was going behind the scenes to people that didn't like Chippy, I thought, nah, I need to put a stop to it.
Yeah.
And if that makes me look bad, then it makes me look bad. I couldn't give a shit. I'll wear that badge. I'll wear that.
I seen the movements myself last day. She was in Trucker G's live on the screen recording I was seeing, and she was saying, "I'll keep my mouth shut and put in eyes," and then she passed through my live one day and put in eyes and all this stuff, and I just thought, this person obviously wants attention here. You know what I mean? They clearly want people to ask what's up, what's going on. You know what I mean? So.
Joseph Angie's chat is being vile. Because Angie will run with something that ain't the truth. Angie
That's not the truth, but
wants it all sent to her, I'll send it to her, but you can guarantee she will still blame Chippy because she doesn't like him. That's what the problem is.
Master, don't give her nothing. Give her nothing.
You know, after this live...
Someone has put TA's vile. How am I vile for saying, well, we don't know the truth? That it should be with the police. It shouldn't be brought to the app. How was that vile? Who said this? DD33. How was it vile?
Right. Can you message that Kate that was in the box? Because she's obviously seriously wants to ruin me with the Premier in.
Don't. Bless her, I think I know her. I know her from somewhere. I don't know why. I don't know where.
She obviously wants to lick your lettuce, mate. She does. Proper lettuce.
That's it. Yeah?
There's only one.
Sorry, guys. Another delivery. Right.
No, but I mean, fair play to her. Thank you for the compliments. But no, there's only one person licking my lettuce. Sorry, babe.
There's a sisters.
Yeah. But thank you anyways. But no, I don't care. I brought it to the app. Everyone can call us. Everyone can drag us. I don't give a shit. So there you go.
Blaster, do you want me to leave or do you want me to sit here so loading up?
No, you're fine there. Anyone else want to join us? And then the sweet people in the boxes.
It's just I really don't like people asking me for battles.
Yeah, I don't like battling.
No, sit nice and quiet, not listening.
Thank you, babe.
Perfect. Annoying this Uber Eats. Uber Eats. Give me a sec and I'll play the rest. Right. Orders. Okay. Orders, past orders. Right, okay, they didn't charge me for it. Give me a sec. Right, right, done. Right. Okay, done. Right, go back to it.
Hello. Hiya.
This woman has been moving in the shadows for ages. I was made aware of something weeks ago. Not my place to bring it to the app, but I knew there was something going on because she's been moving mad in the background for ages. Also, for anyone that's concerned about Chippy and Chippy having some support, I don't think she knows she's anyone that is wondering about Chippy and support, me and Millsy both speak to Chippy off app. So we will be checking in on him and make sure that he's okay. He's not going to be on his own with us.
Steph, I've got a knock at my door. I think it's a delivery. Can you just keep them talking for 2 seconds? Sorry to put that pressure on you.
Oh my God, I'm in the spotlight. Everyone follow me.
Sorry. I'll be back 1 second.
That's okay.
Steph, did you just say... Sorry, did you just say that you were going to check up on Chippy?
Yeah.
Good. Thank
Me
you
and
for
Millsy
that.
speak to him off the app, so we'll keep an eye on him, make sure he's okay.
Yeah, I know Millsy does. But yeah, somebody needs to reach out to that man. This is terrible.
It's awful. You literally are ruining a man's life because you didn't like it because he finished with you.
And what sticks? What sticks with men?
Hi, Dee Dee. Hi. Thank you, everybody. I love you all so much.
It's nice that the brothers and sisters have got back together, isn't it?
Michelle.
Steph,
Michelle's
I
also a
like
good friend of Chippy as well, so she'll just give him abuse, but in the nicest, most loving way.
Yeah, I'm enjoying your FYP, Steph.
Oh, thank you.
Right, what else we got? We got... yeah, I'll be playing that in a minute. There is a video I'm going to play, but this is what I missed. This is what I missed.
How many other people has Claire told and they've believed that? So it needed to. That is really, really evil what she's done. And who's to say now that it was true about her other ex? Has she done that as punishment as well because they've left her? Don't believe it for a minute, Chippy. I just think it's so evil.
Is that it? That's all that someone sent me on that one. Oh, here we go. This is one.
Now just stay calm till I get all of this.
This is when Claire jumped in the box, I think.
Then just go for you after. So what you did is you come to me. Is this with the police? Why has it been? In fact, Stacey, you can fuck off out of here. I've seen your comments and I don't even know why you're fucking following us. Dickhead. Seen your comments, so fuck off. Right, I need to stop swearing because I won't get through this. She came to me and said, and if it's a police case, then Chippy can't speak on it, can he? It doesn't stop everybody else from speaking on it, does it? Fucking loon. She came to me and basically said, Chippy didn't take no for an answer. Now, you can all imagine what that meant. So you didn't take no for an answer. Do I have to spell it out what you meant? I mean, he's all switched on in here.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought this meant she got in the box. I think that's it. Guys, its crisps are nice. How are these women going to feel if it comes out that Claire was telling the truth? All I'm saying is that I look silly with this. It's gone a bit far down my head. Just should be left with the police, I think. Do you know what I mean? Oh, who's this? I didn't know this person was still in the box. Hey, me. I'm not bothered because I'm eating crisps. You know what I'm like about anyone that makes out false accusations? What's happened? Okay, I'll recap it for you. Chippy has been accused of rape by a woman on TikTok that he was going out with. People are saying that she's making up because he dumped her, right? And she's been going in boxes. She didn't make it really public, like it wasn't really out there on social media. She's been going, talking. Not grape. Okay, sorry, it wasn't grape, but however, some people are saying she insinuated it being that when she said to blast her, no means no. And you couldn't take no for an answer. It's an insinuation, and however, she did not use those words, no. That's it. I've got to get these words out properly, sorry. He didn't take no for an answer. That was the words. It was a very dangerous accusation. She said she felt pressured in it. Have you got the video of Claire getting into that box? Because that's the video I'm looking for. Yeah, she said, well, this is what hearsay, okay, that she felt pressurized. It has been left for people to make their own conclusions, yeah. It's the only number I have, huh? Look how he speaks to women, but the thing is, right, even though he speaks to women the way, you know, even though he does not make him one of those, you know what I mean? Do I think it's true? If she said she felt pressurized, I could think maybe that could have been the case. Because there are some women that feel pressurized. But does that fall under the same thing? I don't think so. It might have been how she felt. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Hello?
Hi, Angie.
No, I don't, Amy, but it's been put to the app.
Yeah, I hear you've got a lot to say.
About what? About the yeah.
Yeah, well, if you've got to say it,
I just did it how it is. Yeah, I've just said it how
Right.
it is. I've actually just said we don't know whether it's true. We don't know whether it's not true. I said, there are some women that do feel afraid, do feel a certain way, where they do take what they say back. It could be manipulation, could be many things. Could she have potentially felt pressurized into having, possibly, because a lot of women do at times. Maybe his intention, I'm saying if it happened, maybe his intention was not to make her feel that way, but maybe she did feel that way. But however, I've also told everybody, listen, it's all on social media now, and that he should not be called this word, because I had someone say it in the comments, because we don't know. And I said it could be a false accusation. If it is, she should be locked up. Because I am so against, as we all are, people that make these dangerous accusations. I've spoken about false accusations for many years, but however, I've got to be careful what I say as a host, because I was not there. I don't know what's the truth. But however, I've just said, that's it basically.
Well, I was told that you're dragging me for bringing it to the app. Is that correct?
At first, before I went into your box, I thought it was disgusting, but I've obviously changed my tune on that now because you've explained a little bit more. But at the beginning, yeah, I did. But that was before I got in the box.
And I've been told that you're going to have her on your platform. Is that right?
If she wants to get my platform, she can do it, because I feel. But however, if she wants to do it on her platform, she should do that, or go into someone's boxes. She should do that, because I think she should have her say as to why, if she has made it up, why has she done all of this.
So have you had a look on my page and seen what she's just said? Because I've posted it.
Angela,
Yeah?
you stop feeding that cat.
All right, stop feeding the cat. It's getting fat.
Stop feeding the cat, Angie. Have you been on my page?
I have. It's on your page?
Yeah, have a look on my page.
Okay, these are too nice.
Never mind about what you're munching on. Have a look on my page.
That's it. Is this all the receipts?
Not all of them. I can post them all if you want us to. But
It's not the pinned ones, is it?
No, it'll be the recent one that I've just posted.
Okay, I'll read it out. Is this quite long? I don't know. Could just be me. Oh, one sec. It's a video. One sec. How do I stop this? Okay, right. So how do I stop it? Stop. Right. Could just be me because of my childhood, but it's there in my head for some reason. Anyway, my son has left for work, so I'm here on my own. We'll have a cuppa when get onto the police website and start the ball rolling for Claire's law. And the fact that he's just messaged me just before writing this message to say his head's all over the place and he wants to talk can go in my favour for Claire because of Claire's law. Because if they say if I'm currently in a relationship with him, I will have to say no, but will have to use that as I need to know before I get back with him.
Right, so why would you want to get back with someone that's potentially raped you?
But I don't know if she's actually... But Blaster, I don't know if she's using the word grape. I think what I've heard... No, it isn't.
Angie.
Let me finish. I think what she is saying is she felt, not blaming Chippy for this, for how she felt, but because of her childhood, there is a possibility she felt pressured. Now, I'm not saying that's to do with Chippy and he was deliberately making her feel that way, but if you've gone through some kind of trauma as a child, that may be at that time how she felt. No hate on Chippy, not blaming him, but that could be a possibility that she felt that, even though that it wasn't there. Even though he was not pressurizing her, she might have felt that way because of her past. She never used the word grape.
So she didn't?
I've not heard her use grape. Has she used word grape?
Where she... Right. What would you do? How would you pick this up? If a woman turned round and said to you, she said no to a man and he still went ahead and forced himself on that, what would you call that?
But yeah, that could be great, but could you mean as in he kissed me and I said no? You know, there's many possibilities. She didn't actually... That's what the police have said to Chippy, that there's no case because she never said the word grape.
The police hasn't said there's no case to Chippy.
Oh, that's what I heard.
No, I don't know who you're hearing that off. There is a case.
Okay.
So,
but however, she's not used that word grape. I got the impression she basically said that she felt pressurized, which is not grape in my eyes anyway. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't know what she meant by no means no. I mean, how does she put it? Have you got that? Is that on your page?
It's no, I wouldn't post stuff like that. It's gone. That's all sent to the police.
There's the problem though, because no one can see that receipt, so people are going to have their opinion on it.
Well, then
I'm just saying people are going to have their own opinion on it without seeing it. And I'm not saying put it up if it's at the police station, but I'm just saying people are going to have their opinion without seeing the whole thing. Do you know what I mean?
But I know what you're like though, Angie. When you dislike someone, you'll take the person's side that you dislike, which is wrong. No. I can separate it's like if someone was to come on the app and turn around and say something absolutely...
Yeah, but the thing is, you've got to remember, Pastor, you've got to remember, being felt pressurised to have, in my eyes, is not the same as grape, yeah? And no, I can understand that she may feel that way if she had that kind of trauma in her life, right? But I wouldn't class it.
But it's not just where she turns around and says she said no. There's other things that she says in that.
I get that what you're saying, Pastor. We have not seen it. And I get it, it's with the police. But if people haven't seen it, they're going to make their own mind up about it. That's the problem you have on social media. Do you know what I mean? Listen, there's no hate on you, but I'm just saying, without seeing the whole receipts, people can have their own opinion. Do you know what I mean?
I tell you now, I will always stand with the victim. Always. A potential victim, I will always stand with them. If I was to send you
Chippy done anything wrong. If she felt pressurised, that's not on him. If she felt pressurised, if that's the word she used, right? I mean, that's not on him. That's not grape either. But if this comment that she said no's a no, if she said that and if she's insinuated something like that, I'm not sitting there saying, yes, Chippy did it because I was dislike for him. I'm just saying I don't know. And as a host, I'm not going to put out damaging shit out there. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. That's all I'm saying because I've not seen all the receipts. You know, I just think it should be with the police. I don't think anyone should be saying that Chippy is guilty. I don't think people should be going for Chippy.
It was with the police, Angie, but even whilst I've been online mentioning this, 5 other creators have come forward.
Guys, I'm saying I'm on the fence. I'm not on the fence. If I don't know, I've not seen all the receipts, I don't know. I'm not going to sit and say, yeah, it happened, it didn't happen. However, I don't think people should be going for Chippy and saying, yes, Chippy speaks to women like this, he's done it. Because that's wrong. Just because you might think he's a PIG or a bully, whatever you may think of him, does not mean he's guilty of something as severe as this. I've made that quite clear. So I am kind of sitting on the fence with it a little bit because I don't know. I'm not going to sit here saying it happened, it didn't happen. Did she feel pressurised? Maybe. There's a possibility she felt pressurised because of her childhood. There's that possibility, but I don't know. I'm not going to...
Angie, I tell you now, if you... I'm not going to tell you what to do, right? You're a grown-ass adult. You'll do what you want to do. It's your platform. If you platform her and she comes out with everything she's told me, then you are going to look like a complete fool. And I'm telling you that now.
Mm-hmm. Well, they look like a fool because, like I said, she hasn't come on my platform. She probably doesn't want to come on my platform. But however, I do feel she should have her side. That's all I'm saying.
I can give you all of our side.
I don't think Chippy should be crucified at all, even though I have beef with him. Because if there's enough receipts, right, that she's made this up, I think she should go to prison. Because I don't like, I think it's disgusting. But that's an if. I'm a host. I can't sit here and put out something that, what if she's telling the truth? What if this? What if that? If I haven't seen all the receipts. Do you know what I mean? I'm just going to be careful what I say. I'm not a police officer. I'm not a bloody judge in the court.
I'm not a judge. I'm not a police officer either. But I'll still stand for what's right and what's wrong. It's like if you had a brother or your mother was blamed for it, or your dad. Sorry, you mentioned your dad.
That's right.
Your dad was blamed for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
well, I'm his daughter. Of course, I'm going to say he didn't do it. You know what I mean? Because I'm his daughter.
Yeah,
it's different. Isn't
so
it?
you wouldn't like it, especially if someone's sitting there with a receipt saying where she'd lied or it was all in her head.
If she lied, I think she should be in jail because I think it's damaging to someone. Absolutely. All I'm saying is, as a host, I don't really know because I was not there. She said the word pressurised. There's a possibility she felt that way in her head. So when she's messaged you saying it's probably in my head, that's probably what she's talking about when she felt pressurised because of her trauma. So I get it. I do get that if that was the case. When she said no means no, that I've not seen. So I can't have an opinion on that, can I? Because that's with the police.
It wasn't just no means no. She said that he made in fact, I'm not even going. It's with the police. You don't have to take my word for it, Angie. I wouldn't bring something like this to the app if I didn't agree with it. But I know she's been in other
I don't think
people's
Chippy,
years.
listen, I have known Chippy a long time. I don't know him personally, just like I don't know anyone on here personally, But however, I don't think he's done anything like, where she says no means no, which I've not seen receipts of. But however, I don't think he's one of those. Do I feel she may feel pressurised? I feel I'm on repeat now. Probably, yeah. But that's not on Chippy. That would be on her if she felt that way, But the rest of it, I don't know because I've not seen it. But I don't honestly think Chippy is that, one of those, no.
Well, I'm glad you've separated your dislike from Chippy to say that because...
but then, like I said, but I don't know anyone on here personally. I will put that out there. I will not, I don't know anybody. I don't know you personally. You don't know me, So we would never really know, do you know what I mean? About anyone, what they like behind closed doors. And that's the same with me. You don't know me.
Put it this way. The woman is clearly needs help, right? Does that make it acceptable for what she's saying? Absolutely fucking not. Right?
No, I think if she's lying, she should be in jail. Because I don't like people that make things like that up because I think it's to be damaging to someone.
So what would you do if someone came forward now and turned around and said your sister, your mother or your dad unalived an ex-worker years ago and their body hadn't been found and they think it's them because of a profile name?
Well, crazy. But however, I don't feel she's accused him. I think she just said he's got the same name than he is in the article. She didn't actually say it was him, but I know she was insinuating it. Yeah.
Oh God! What? You see, this is where she did turn round and say Chippy and his brother were into ex-workers, right?
Yeah.
And one
that's not right.
Which isn't true. Even his brother, who doesn't owe Chippy nothing, joined the box and said it was bullshit.
Right.
So
no, I can't
it's
see
not-
Chippy being an ex-worker, to be honest. No.
So
Listen, she said a
apparently-
lot of shit. Yeah, she has. I'm just more focused on the other bit, you know.
But why are you more focused on that bit when she's basically turned around and blamed Chippy and his brother for unaliving an ex-worker?
No, I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. I mean, what I heard was that they got the same name in that same town. I don't know if she directly accused him, but that's just what I heard. I think she's probably a bit upset, but you know that he's dumped her. Right? She wanted her woman back, didn't she?
But that still doesn't make it right, though. You can get a bitter ex. You can get someone who's bitter.
But the thing is, why? How come he's talking about it if he's gone to the police though? Is he allowed to talk on it?
He's allowed to say certain things, but not all of it. I can. I've sent off what I need to. That's why I can't play certain things, and I'd love to play them because it would open your eyes even more. But I can't because they're all. Trust me, I ain't the sort of person where I deal with the police. I really ain't. So when I was sent the case number, I sent what I had to the case number, so they had it on file.
Yeah.
I cannot play certain things. If I could play certain things, then I would do it. Trust me, I would.
Yeah. I mean,
ask her to send you everything, and then you can play it.
Who, Claire? Yeah, but she's only going to send me what she wants to send me, though, isn't she? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but then you
not going to send me things that are going to hurt her, or, you know, damage her, is she? So what would be the point of that?
But then you play it then and see how it goes for you.
I mean, I will go on my platform, but however, she should go live if she don't want to go on here. I just want to know what she has to say because I'm very good at catching people out on their lies.
Would you want to take somebody back that's capable of doing that much shit?
No, but however, I know some people don't believe my trauma and they have every right to, but the paramedic, I was speaking to him the next day after he did what he did. Do you know what I mean? So some women do. They really do. It was only a offence not so long ago to rape your wife. Crazy, isn't it?
Times have moved on, Angie. We're in 2026.
I know, but well, did you say times have moved on? It wasn't that long ago when they've just made it a crime. I mean, what I'm saying is women, men...
So let's stick back to them days then and make it all right.
No, it should never be okay. I'm just saying there are women and men do stay with their abuser, believe it or not, or get back with the abuser. It's crazy. But they do it.
The one thing Chippy did wrong, he dumped her by text. That's what he did. Is that right? No, it's not right.
I don't think he is one of those, but I don't know him personally. But no, I don't think he is. I don't think people should be going at him either. It's just unfortunate it's on the app now that there are going to be some people, when he shouts or when he does something, they're going to put in the comments, "Are you done this?" Do you know what I mean? That's what the app is like, unfortunately.
Yeah, but it's not just been comments, Angie. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Sometimes I don't think you listen. She's been in other creators' years. Asking them to bring it to the platform, and then she jumped in my box and said she didn't want it brought to the platform when she did.
Yeah. Listen, I don't know. Well, it's on the app now. It's one of those things. Unfortunately, mud sticks though, isn't it? When you make an accusation, you're going to have some people that are not going to believe it and be on Chippy's side, but unfortunately, you are going to get some people, now it's on social media, that believe her. You know what this app is like. It's just an accusation.
Because people can't separate the dislike from someone, and because they dislike someone, they'll run with it. And I ain't about that. I'll stand with the truth.
And so will I. But what is the truth?
Oh, Angie.
No, I'm not talking about all of it.
Because I'm trying, Angie. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be patient with you. You do this all the time where you jump in my box trying to bait us.
I'm just talking about some of it. Not all of it, some of it. I'm just saying we went there. We don't really know all the ins and outs. You haven't provided all the receipts because you said it's with the police. So people are going to make their own mind up about it. That's what I'm saying. Do you know what I mean? I know some of it, I understand, like the article. That's crazy, you know, what she came out with. But I'm not really focusing on that. I'm just focusing on the other bit. Did she feel pressurised? Possibly.
Right. You focus
But
on
that's
what
not
you
on
want to
Chippy, though.
focus on. You
Yeah.
focus on what you want to focus on, Angie. And when it backfires, then don't say everyone told you so. That's what I'll say to you.
All I'm saying is I don't know. And there's nothing wrong with me having that opinion. I don't want to
Right,
be...
that's fine. That's fine. I just wanted to request you to see if you had
And
anything
there
to
is a
say about me.
possibility she did it out of revenge, probably. She might have done it out of revenge because he dumped her. And in that case, like I said, she should be in jail. You know, okay, you know, because I don't like women that make these accusations like that. It's disgusting and damaging because it's already out there as well, the damage, you know.
Right. Well, like I say, I just wanted to request you to see if you had anything to say to me, because obviously my comments were
No, I
saying that
don't
you were
think
saying
I've
something.
Mm.
Like I say, you run with what you need to run with, Angie. It will all
I'm
come
not
out.
running with anything, though. I'm more on the fence, to be fair. And do I think Chippy's one of those? No. And I can't stand the guy, but I don't. But like I said, I don't really know anyone.
Canadian Angie, why you silence the woman? Silence what woman? You've just joined Canadian Angie. Who am I silencing?
I think she's upset if Claire comes on my platform.
She can come on your platform. It's your platform. I can't tell you what you can and can't do. I would never do that.
I think that's
But
what
like I
CA
say,
is trying to say in the comments. Why?
just be careful on what you believe and what you run with.
I won't run with anything without receipts, do you know what I mean? And unfortunately, one of those you can never really prove, you know?
No one's silencing. Honestly, I stand with a potential victim. I always do and I always have. But when it comes to stuff like that, man, that's unhinged.
The problem is, right, I've always said this, right, who's the victim? The abused or the abuser? Meaning the accused or the accuser? Because you could have, Chippy could be a victim, right, of a false accusation, which means he's the victim. So it's like, who do you stand with? Well, we don't know. Do you know what I mean? Because he would be the victim. If this is all lies and all shit which you do believe is, then he's the victim. Right?
Right, I know you don't like Chippy, right? I know that you've got problems with Chippy and stuff like that, which is fair enough. I don't get myself involved.
Anyone to be accused if they're, you know, if they're
I
innocent.
don't get involved with whatever shit you've got going on with Chippy or anybody else, right? I see both sides.
Yeah.
But one thing I won't have is stuff like that going round. That's just me. If it was you, even if it was you and stuff came out about you that was wrong and it was lies, I would still, even though me and you don't see eye to eye.
I don't think Chippy should be. I don't think people should be going at Chippy for this because he's not been found guilty. He's none of those. He's, you know, innocent till proven guilty and all that kind of shit. And you know, I don't think people should go at him because they have a dislike for him, and I would never do that. But however, it's on social media. You know what the trolls are like. Unfortunately, they're going to. I've already had a few people in my comments. And I saw a couple of comments in yours as well. Now that it's on social media, mud sticks, unfortunately. And I don't think Chippy, you know, if he's innocent in all of this, and like I say, when I say innocent, do you know what I mean? Because I don't know all the ins and outs. I don't think he should be attacked. I think it's sad. I think it's disgusting. If she's made
his own brother and sister who haven't spoken to him have even confirmed it's not true.
Well, they weren't there to do it, were they?
Angie, she blamed his own brother for unaliving an ex-worker.
Yeah. Listen, like I said, huge. I'm just saying on the fence, huge possibility. Yes, you know, she is this, you know, a woman scorned. Absolutely.
I can't do this. Honestly, I can't do this. I'm trying to be patient.
She's a liar. No, I can't do that as a host because what if I'm wrong?
Yeah, well, I didn't do that when she first contacted me.
Yeah, but I haven't seen all the receipts. You know what I mean? Like no one else has. No one's seen all the receipts. I'm not going to sit here and say Chippy did it either. I'm not going to sit here saying that. I'm just saying I don't know. That's my answer.
Right, okay.
Like
right,
I don't
I'll
know
leave
who
you to it.
are. Just I don't know who EQ is, misread is. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
Right, I'll leave you to it. Like I say, I just wanted to request you to see if you had
Yeah,
anything to
I
say
don't think
about
I've
me.
said to people shouldn't be going at Chippy. You know what I mean over this, but it's TikTok. That's what people do, isn't it? It's unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think it's disgusting if she's made this up. Absolutely.
People are saying I've got the patience. I'm saying seriously, I haven't. I haven't got the patience.
You know, your little minions over there, they want me to sit here and say she's a liar. How am I going to sit there saying that she's a liar based on a voice note of an article and this? What you've just put out there, that does not prove that she's a liar either. I'm not going to sit there as a host put that out there because I don't know. And the reason why I'm doing this because I do this with anyone that's gone through it as a victim. And I'm not saying this is what she is. Anyone that's a victim, I can't sit here and say you've made it up. You're a liar. I cannot do that as a host. Do you know what I mean? So all you little minions over there can go piss right off. Because this is my opinion.
Actually,
my opinion is I don't know. I'm not a police officer. I'm
and
not
you
a judge.
and you've got minions in your chat now having a go at me. So all your fucking minions.
But what
can
I'm
suck
saying
my
is, I'm
fucking
not a
dick.
judge. I'm not a court. I haven't gone through the evidence. I'm not a police officer. Neither are you. This is not a police TikTok. This is for them to investigate, not for me to. So my opinion is I don't know. Do I think Chippy's one of those? No. But do I think she's lying? I don't know because I haven't seen it all. That's all I'm saying. Unless I'm a police officer and see all this evidence, the voice notes, then you may have a case, right? But I haven't seen it all. I can't sit and I don't know. There's a possibility she's made it all up. Absolutely.
Right, I tell you what you do, Angie. You platform her. Tell her to tell you everything she told me, and then make your own mind up. And then when she does, I'll bring the rest of what she told me to the app and where she said she lied.
Yeah.
So you
Listen,
do
don't
that.
get me wrong. I have beef with Chippy, but I'm not sitting here saying Chippy did anything. I'm not. I'm saying quite simply, I don't know because I'm not a judge. That's all I'm saying.
That's
I don't
fair
know
enough.
all the ins and outs of what's said, what's done. I don't know it all. Do you know what I mean? That's it. I don't think anyone should go at Chippy at all.
I hope the woman has support out in her business. It's not okay. Laura, you haven't obviously been in here. She's been in everyone's ear telling her business to everybody. So shut the fuck up. Right, Angie, I'm going to drop because I'm losing
Yeah,
my
no, I don't
patience.
want it on my own platform. Claire can go on her own platform. I said it. Go on her own platform then. Go on someone else's platform and it's fine. But I'm just saying she's welcome here if she wants to come on here. If she doesn't, that's fine too. That's it. All right then. I'll speak to you later then.
Okay, catch you later, Angie. Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Guys, I'm not doing it for views. She can go on anyone's platform. I'm just saying she's welcome to come in here if she wants to. She hasn't, so I assume she doesn't want to come in here. And that's fine. She can go where she wants. Hey, Sunshine.
Hello, sweetie. You know, we're not saying Chippy's done it. I'm not saying that. But has anybody actually looked to see if an actual worker has been unalive there?
I don't know.
Well, this is it. Has anyone actually been unalive?
There's no point, Sunshine, because even if there is an article, it's just insinuating that it could be the brother. Do you know what I mean? I don't think we should do that because you'd never know even if it was him or not. Do you know what I mean?
I'm not saying that. No, what I'm saying is everyone's going on about this, but nobody knows if it's the fact that somebody was actually unalived.
Yeah, but even if someone is, what's the relevance?
Well, I just think somebody might never have been alive anyway. And then there's all this going on. Sunshine, please can you ask Angie what crisp was she eating?
Oh, they're lovely. I had the whole bag.
Oh, there was. Somebody says there was. Oh, right, okay.
Hello, Luna girl. It's a true case, right?
Oh, right, okay. Because I was going to say, there's no point in all this if it's not even a true case. Do you know what I mean?
Is Luna in the box?
Yo, Luna.
You just got to be careful what you put out there. Do you know what I mean? Because it's quite a serious accusation. Listen, I don't even know what the accusation is. All I know is she said that she felt pressurised. The rest is with the police. Where's that? Where's the receipts of that? Of where she said, no means no, or something like that, where Blasters insinuated. One sec, Sandra, where Blasters insinuated, it was grape, Where's that receipt? That's with the police, but you can put out the other voice note. You can put out this voice note of her, but you can't put out that.
Somebody said.
So I don't know
Someone said Chippy the Ripper.
No means no. No means no. Yes, but where is that message? This is what I want. Is this message of her saying no means no? Because from what I've heard, and this is hearsay, is all she said was I felt pressurized, which is not on Chippy if that's the case. Yeah, she felt pressurized. But where's this no means no message?
Somebody's put. She never said he did it. She said he forceful, and she was paranoid and saw the case in the 80s. Oh, right, okay.
So what I'm saying is, where's that the most important message, which is no means no? We have to just
Why has she said that he raped her?
Sunshine, you always over talk me.
I know, but did she say he raped
Sunshine,
her?
I'm still talking. Yeah, so that most important message, no means no, is missing. Well, it's not missing, it's with the police. But this isn't with the police. So where is the most important message? That's what I want to see. So, yes, now you can talk, Sunshine.
Right, so is that Claire saying that he raped her then?
No.
What's going on then? I don't get it.
She didn't use the word rape, right? What I heard is that she said she felt pressurized by him, which
I'm
is
sorry, by the way, I'm sorry for laughing, chat.
Right, she felt pressurized, right? That's what she said. But apparently to Blaster said, she also said no means no to insinuate that. Now, Claire said no, that Blaster's twisted it all around, but that message she can't show because it's apparently with the police. So that's a message I would like to see. We would like to see.
Oh, right. Has that Claire gone to the police then?
So I don't know. That's hearsay. Yes, thank you. That's now hearsay because we've not seen the receipt on it. What's that, Sunshine?
Has that Claire gone to the police then?
I don't know. Well, we have to, tried to get in the box, but...
Hiya, Angie. Sorry. It has gone to the police. A Clare's law is currently being done. But as you are well aware, once a Clare's law has been done, and it has, obviously, if there are things to be revealed by the police, you are unable by law to be able to reveal what the disclosure that's been made to you that's been made anyway. And these things that the Blaster has said, that's not what is in these recordings at all. Yes, she did mention the no means no, and she did mention that at times she did feel pressurised, but not once did she say that she was raped. All of these recordings have come out, all the proportion, and it's all been twisted. And I thought Blaster was all for victims coming forward and for supporting victims. I'm sorry, but if I was a victim, this would completely put me off in future. It really would.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree with you. I do agree with you.
I heard the recordings, okay, before it even went to Blaster, because I am a friend of Claire's, okay? She didn't want it to come to the app because she knew that everybody would assume that she being an ex, that everybody would assume that she was, what do they call them? You know, a woman scorned and all that.
Yeah.
You know,
can I ask you a question then? I don't know because it's not your story, but can I ask you what exactly happened? What does she apparently say to Blaster?
Now, I'm not going to divulge too much, okay? Yeah. But it was a girly conversation where she was just saying, at times I felt pressurized. I do suffer from CPTSD. This is what she said, okay? I do suffer from CPTSD from things that have happened from my childhood. So I don't know whether it's just me who's thought too much of it or whether there was more to it.
And which makes the perfect sense to me.
She was advised by Blaster to go and do a Claire's Law, which is what she's done. And in the meantime, Blaster's brought it to the app and done this. Fucking well done, her.
What is the message when she said no means no? Apparently she said this to Blaster, no means no, and insinuated it was,
No, but that's the thing with the whole... When somebody plays these clips, they should actually show what their response to it is as well. To show the full story and not just paint somebody out to be a horrible person. Does that make sense?
So what do you mean? Did she say that or not?
And not just that. Like, look at all this money that Chippy got given, okay? Bearing in mind, I know for a fact that when they were still together, Claire had left Christmas presents for her grandsons at Chippy's. When they parted company, I know there was a conversation about the Christmas presents, and Chippy had said that he would forward them on to her, but he didn't. He didn't even forward her the money for them, you know?
Angie, this needs to be shut down. Sorry, I'm not being rude, hidden sausage, but this needs to be, this should not be on the app because it's going to be he said, she said, hearsay. People are going to get hate on both sides, and this is big things that are being said. It needs to stop, like seriously. There's TikTok shit.
Alicia Blaster brought it to the app for God knows how long, and she spoke on it. So I'm going to speak on it. So I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
no, I get that, Angie, but there's big things being said here that could completely destroy people's lives.
Exactly. You
It's
know,
not. It's not okay.
Yeah,
no, I know. I don't agree with it. I
It's for
know.
the police to deal with. If Chippy's gone to the police, so be it, you know. Claire's done a Claire's law, and like I said, nothing can be revealed on it anyway, because by law, you can't say what's been revealed. So even if she's, you know, if the police do divulge anything to her, she still can't come on the app and say, well, actually, Blaster, you're wrong. You know, even if she's got receipts, she'd be breaking the law.
But can I ask, what's he been accused of apart from the pressurising? Did she say no means no to Blaster and insinuate there was more to it?
No, it was
You
never
say
like
she
that. It was never like
So
that.
she just felt pressurised because of her trauma, which I do understand.
Because of
by the
her
way.
own trauma, because of her own
Yes.
things that she's gone through. She never once said that he'd done something to her. She just said that there was on occasion that she felt pressurised, but that was down to her trauma.
Right,
From
because that
her-
message is
you know,
missing
from
where
her
she's
childhood.
put no means
that's
no.
the thing,
Apparently
that's
it's with the
that's
police.
the thing, though, you know? All these messages are being completely misconstrued, and
Yeah,
that's what
because that
they're
message where she's
angry
put no,
victim.
where she's put no means no is now with the police. So we've not seen that message. So.
Well, that's the thing, you know. There is. How can you put something that hasn't happened to the police? You can't. So there is no receipt, is there? But then also, when Claire asked the Blaster for the receipt of where she said that Chippy had raped her, she couldn't show it, and then said she was gaslighting her. You know.
Just this is like, and I know it hasn't started in here, Angie. I misspent you. If you're not going to shut no one up, shut up. You have a fake account on TikTok.
Hey, Pearl.
Hi, Ange. What I was going to say there was if Claire didn't want this fetched to the app, right, which she's got every entitlement, if that's the way she feels, for...
She didn't want it because she didn't want to look like the jealous ex, Pearl. I know her personally off the app.
No,
that's
I'm
how
not
I
saying
know.
that. I'm not saying that, but if she didn't want it spoke about, why go about to different people? So now people's obviously going to speak about it. If she didn't want it spoke about, why go around in people's ears about it all the time? Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
that
I
was
get
just
what
my
you're saying.
opinion.
I get what you're saying. You know, I don't know who she's spoken to about it other than me, you know. But as far as I'm aware, it's not very many people. And when she was talking to Blaster, again, she'd known Blaster for a while and been talking to Blaster before any of this. And she went on her advice, and then she goes on her advice and she gets
Blossom,
fired back for
Gemsy,
it.
sorry. I'm not saying she shouldn't be allowed to have her say. Of course she should. It's been fetched to the app. Of course she's entitled to her say now. If people were saying that I was putting that on a man's head, of course. But what I'm saying is all sides are saying they didn't want it fetched to the app. But from some way or form, it's come out today. So now it's out there and people are going to have their opinions on it.
Because on Blasters Live, you know, a lot of people had their say in regards to Chippy, to defend Chippy. But no one's actually come in to defend Claire or to have their say. Not defend her, but have their say.
I know
and
Claire
support of
herself
Claire.
at the moment is busy today with family, like a lot of us have been over the Christmas period. So obviously she's found it quite difficult to defend herself today. And I've been well, and it's only
So
now.
basically, what you're saying is she said she felt pressurised because of her trauma, which I understand, by the way, and that was it she had said.
Yeah.
And it all got twisted.
Yeah. You know,
Chippy slept with her. She can't be that crazy. Nobody's saying she's crazy.
No,
It's definitely not saying she's crazy.
That's why she was saying it's all in my head.
Shape or form. You know, and all of it triggers us later on in life. We don't know when it's going to happen, how, or anything, you know, and that's down to us personally, you know, and that's all she said. It's not fair. Do you get what I'm saying, though, how it puts other people off coming forward?
Listen, if I'd have spoke to people about private personal things and it
As
had come to
far
the
as
app
I'm
the way it does, I would have been on this app screaming from the rooftops. I'm sorry. If that was my story that I was telling people in confidence and had come to the app, I would have come on the live, started my own live up, and I would have said what I had to say. There's nobody would have shut me down for anything. Do I believe that's happened with
when you're
Chippy?
away, though.
No.
It's quite difficult when you're away and you're with family, though, to be able to get onto the app and defend yourself. You
Can
know?
I just say, because I know that Lisa was saying, can I also just say, I know Lizzie was saying to shut it down, but however, no one's accusing Chippy. So if she felt pressure, which is what you're saying, that's not on Chippy, that's on her, the way she probably felt because of her trauma. So no one's accusing Chippy on here of anything, okay?
Exactly.
I don't
but they're saying it got twisted.
100%.
Well, she
1
said
million
it's all in
percent I
her
do
head.
not
She
believe
says it's
it.
all in my head. That was why she said it.
No.
Yeah.
You know? And that's why I'm saying it's important that all...
But
I knew you loved me, Angie.
Didn't Chippy want Blaster to speak about this today? Is that the
Yeah,
right
that's
way
what
I'm
someone
picking
had
it
said
up?
to me in the comments, Pearl, that Chippy
I
wanted
think,
it on here.
Chippy wants it spoke about. So this is my point, Alicia, right?
Yeah, no, I didn't know that.
If Chippy, and which I do know anyways, like Chippy's when I'm thinking now, he did say, me and Blaster spoke this morning. I said to Blaster, go for it. So Chippy's fetched
so
it
then
to the
if
app.
he said that, and obviously Claire is entitled to say whatever she wants to say as well.
Exactly. So now Claire should be
That's
very
exactly what I was
much
trying to say,
entitled.
Alicia. They've had their say in defence of Chippy. It's only fair that someone, has that, for Claire.
Yeah, no, that's fair. If Chippy and Blaster arranged for that to happen, because it's their real life. It's stuff that's been said in regards to him and in regards to Claire. So that's a whole different ball game. Like if you lot want it on the app, you have it. You have it on the app. I just thought
Well,
it had just been
obviously,
bought.
Chippy's wanted it on the app. He's fetched it to Blaster and he's told her to go ahead.
Yeah, but then also
it.
Claire
So he
cannot
wanted
be shut down either. Claire should
Can
be
I
able
ask
to say
Claire a
what
quick question?
she
Claire,
wants
can I
to
ask
say.
you one question? I know that you're a friend, but so can we just clarify this? She has not accused Chippy of grape.
No.
No.
No. And also as well, in that recording as well that the Blaster played, saying that Claire knew the brother, I don't know if any fellow ADHD sufferer knows how you bounce from one thing to another. Yes, the brother was mentioned, but it wasn't in that context at all. It wasn't. It was just, oh, by the way, I found the brother. It's just the way it's been said that she's accusing the brother of things. She's not.
Yeah, she was.
I've just
Of
got a
course
message.
she was.
I've just got a
She
message.
come out and said, sorry, Angie,
Right.
she come out and said he's changed his name to Otley backwards. And she said Chippy and his brother was into sexual things at that time. And then this woman was unalived and went missing. Of course she did.
Okay.
I'm
Do you
sorry,
know what I'm
but,
saying? Like, we only going off what's been said this morning.
but if it's with the police, why is it being spoken about on social media? Because that's going to weaponise the case.
Because
So-
the worst thing is, though, is Claire is left in a situation now where she can't defend herself, because even if things come to light through Claire's law, she can't speak on them by law. So now she's being made out to be the bad person, where regardless, even if he's found to have several sorry, excuse my French, if he's found to have several different convictions, she still can't speak on them. Because what she's divulged under Claire's law, she's not allowed to. Do you see what I'm getting at?
Yeah,
So
she's not being
regardless,
able
she's
to
going to be the
speak.
bad person.
Yeah, so she's not able to get her story or her point across.
No,
kind of thing.
no.
But it's a bit funny that Chippy has decided to bring all this out
Bring
today.
it to the
when
app
he
now,
knew
isn't
that
it?
Pearl
Thank you
was doing
very
an
much.
exposure.
Hallelujah.
It's a bit funny. He wants to deflect. He's taking all the light off himself and deflecting. So
Yeah,
he's now
and
put this out.
it's again going back to this money, as I mentioned earlier, Claire left Christmas presents there of her grandsons. Her and Chippy had a conversation.
Sorry,
about
there you
him
go. Claire's
spending
in some
that.
live speaking about
She's in
it now.
Poppers.
Yeah, apparently
She's in Poppers
total
box.
accountability has said told her not to come here. So that's what I don't understand. It's not for views retrospectively.
Yeah, well, I'm here.
And you
under my
share
own
the
steam
live to
anyway.
Claire, everybody,
I'm
please.
here under my own steam. I've literally just walked through the
Okay,
door.
I'm not being funny, but everybody said she's saying nothing happened. He's saying nothing happened. That's it.
No,
isn't it?
exactly. So why bring it to the app? Is Chippy running out of money? Is that it?
Well, they can't have a lot of money if you took £1,500 off people on outfit pay for his son's Christmas.
Well,
when he
I
had
don't
12 months to
understand
pay
why
for it.
Claire Bill won't get in this box, though. If she's telling the truth, why doesn't she get in this box?
Because if there's a case against it with the police, you won't be able to talk about it. Because if you don't, it's gonna take
Well,
it
of
off the
course, she's
board.
been in the box this morning talking about it.
But then I don't understand how there's a police case, because you surely wouldn't be able to speak about it if there's
Well,
a police
she hasn't got a
case.
police case. Obviously, Chippy had one, and what he said.
Chippy says it's
Can I just answer you, please? What was said this morning? Chippy said there was a police case. Unless she comes out with the word grape, there's nothing more they can do. So that's why he's speaking about it, and that's why he's obviously asked Blaster to bring it to the app, because she's in lots of people's ears about it, wanting it to go to other platforms. But so if she's wanting to be quiet, why not come into Angie's and speak about it?
I've been defending this woman as well, defending her. So why doesn't she come in and have her say? We've been defending her.
Hello,
Is it
Pearl.
for
Sorry to
views that
interrupt.
she does?
What was the exposure on Chippy that you were going to do today, please?
Apparently, Pearl, Blaster has said the reason why she brought it to the app today is because of the exposure at 5 o'clock you're doing on Chippy. I'm waiting for the video to come out to be sent to me.
Sorry, Pearl, what was the exposure? Was it this or something else?
In the comments.
Well, why you won't be watching it? Because you're blocked from my live.
Well, I've got a fake account. I'm always in your live.
But that's all right then, as long as you're not in on your real one, because every time I say you'll be blocked.
I know, but can you answer my question, please? What were you going to expose? This or something else?
No, definitely not this. I've knew about this between 6 and 8 weeks. It was
Yeah, I
not
was
my
going to say I've
business.
seen and heard
Oh, okay.
the stuff
Okay,
to
no,
do
that's
with
all I
this.
wanted to know. That's all.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Goodbye.
And she did take back what she said and changed what she said. So
There's nothing to answer to, is there?
no, I know, but people have brought it to the app. I don't know why.
Exactly.
It's just going to be
Chippy's
messy.
fetched it to the app. Chippy's and the Blasters spoke, and Chippy's just told the Blaster, yeah, go ahead and do it. So obviously Chippy's fetched it to the app.
Yeah, but she's saying that it's all in her head because she's paranoid. So, and he's saying it didn't happen. So, end of. That's the end.
But listen, she's in pockers. She's been in certain boxes. She's always in Levi, saying she's got all kinds on Chippy. So she's definitely a woman scorned. And that's why I said share the live out to her. Why doesn't she come in here and speak then into Angie's? Can everybody share the live to her, please? If she's in pockers speaking about it, she's
Yeah, but
always
they're
in Levi.
saying not to for her not to come here because obviously there's a reason for that. And that says we'll probably get to the truth.
Maybe.
It doesn't make sense.
So at the end of the day, there's always three sides to the story. There's her side, there's his side, and there's the truth.
Exactly that, hidden
I
side.
don't understand why she.
And that is down to the police to get to the truth. Not everybody else. Not everybody fucking DI TikTok. Do you know what I mean?
But can I ask you something? Why doesn't she speak on it then? Because a lot of people said they're saying
Because
on
she
it.
doesn't want to speak on it, because she wants to leave it with the police to deal with it.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Well, she kind of obviously wants to leave it because she's been in everybody's ear about it.
Wait a minute, Pearl. But the thing is, she wants to leave it to the police. What's she left to the police? Because you said she felt pressurised. So what police case she got then?
Claire's Law.
Miss
But
Bennett,
she can't. No one said she can't get a Claire's Law because she's not in a relationship with him anymore.
It depends when the Claire's Law was done, though, doesn't it?
And
Angela?
she wanted to get back with him. Let's not forget, she wanted to get back with him.
you still can get a Claire's Law even if you've broken up. I just want Miss Spent Youth to leave me alone and stop
also
promoting
as well,
drug use.
All
How
it
can I put
is,
this
it's
in a
deflecting
roundabout
off
kind of way?
That's what it is.
I'm trying to think of how I can put this in a roundabout kind of way without saying too much or without making assumptions either. But when you're in a relationship, it's hard to see things for what they are until you're out of it and you're well away from it and healed. And then you can see the things for what they are, okay? And we'll leave it at that.
So my reply back to that there then is, if it was so bad, if it was so toxic, if she felt pressurised, why did she want to get back with him? And when he dropped her, she kept saying, I can't understand why. So to me, it sounds like a woman scorned.
Again, it sounds like you've had a different conversation than what I've had.
No, that's just what I've listened to on the... So...
But that's hearsay, isn't it, Pearl? That's just probably what Chippy's saying. Or is it?
No. That's what she'd said. I think she'd showed a message or something So that's what she said.
The only thing, I'm going to leave anyway, but the only thing I'm going to say is you have to ask yourself one question. Why has he decided to bring it to the app? It's either going to be for money gain or for something else, and we'll leave it
He
there.
wants gifts. He wants everybody to feel sorry
Diversion,
for
isn't
him.
it?
So he can get
Deflection.
all the gifts.
Oh dear.
But however, there are
I
some women that do get back with the abusers, don't they?
I did come in and say to drop it, but obviously if it's been brought to the app by the people that it's to do about, what can we
Yeah,
say?
it has. Chippy
There's
has
fuck
said
all I
to
can
drop
say. But if people want to be involved in it and whatnot, you have to hear both sides of the story.
But don't you think it's a bit suspicious that coming to the app today? That when Pearl's doing the exposure.
It's true that you can be in the middle of a sex act, and if the other person decides, right? Oh, sorry, X act.
Yeah, can I
that if the
can you come
person-
back? Do you mind?
You dropped Pearl. Oh my God! Did anyone see that?
Sorry, Pearl. Wrong person.
Can I just jump in for a sec?
Where's she gone?
Just one about Claire's in Pocker's live. He's not rising her, she's not rising. It's just in the comments.
Sorry, Pearl.
So,
Sorry then, Ange. Right. The law states that
dropping me.
the law states that you could be in the middle of a X act, and if the other person says no, you have got to withdraw from that sex act.
X act.
Oh, sorry, X act before I go. All right, and I'll drop out now, right? But yes, law states that you can say no any time the act is being done. So really, I think we could think about on the woman's side as well as this now. Maybe if there was an act and she decided to say no, then he's in the wrong, and he actually can get charged with that.
Yeah, but we shouldn't do what about isms with something like this. Do you know what I mean? I just don't feel.
But
like
it's legal though. It's legal.
Yeah, I
because
know.
there was
Like
a
we all know,
case-
no means no.
Alicia,
but-
if you know, there was a case not long now that a wife said her husband had RAP her, and he was found guilty. And they were a married couple, but obviously she
Yeah,
said
no, I
they
know, I'm
divorced.
aware. We
You
can't
do
be
it-
adding
so
things
maybe,
to this.
so
This
you
is the
understand
problem
what
with
I'm
it.
saying?
Yeah, but this is the problem with it coming onto onto
Yeah,
TikTok.
and this is
It's
my worry
stuff
and
like
what,
this.
Alicia, this is my worry is what's happened today is
we're going to get in
it doesn't matter
this
when
night.
you're in that act. If the person says no, you've got to withdraw from that act. And
Yeah,
it's
but-
law, guys. It's
She's
law.
actually. I've got a message that she said that she hasn't accused him of anything. That's a message I've got.
So why is
From a
Chippy
clear
then
bell.
bringing it to Chippy and Blaster, bringing it to you? Because at the end of the day, we should not have to force this woman, as any creator, to come here now and answer because the law is different. If
Frank,
you're
I don't
in the
think
middle of an act, if you say no, no means no, and you're breaking the law. I'm dropping now. I just thought I'd put that in.
Yeah, you need.
And Alicia, you should know more. You should know
Yeah,
what
no,
I'm
I'm
talking
fully.
about.
No, I know what you're talking about. I think my concern here with all of this, like obviously Chippy and Blaster have brought their side of his side of the story to the app for whatever reason.
Yes.
But people shouldn't speculate on what could have happened or might have happened. I just don't think that's right. Like it's a really serious thing.
This is why I thought maybe like Ange didn't know or Pearl didn't know that side of the law.
We know, Mrs. Frank.
And some people forget that this.
We know, we're adults.
Yeah, and people forget, sometimes forget. And maybe these youngsters and the people that's grown, are growing up. When a person says no, whether it's man, woman, they got the choice. If they say no, in the middle of anything,
It's not about
they
that,
go
though.
withdraw.
We know.
Hey, listen, I'm going to jump down a minute because I've got me
I'm
things
going
to
now.
sort out for tonight. But listen, at the end of the day, let's not forget, Chippy's asked Blaster to do this. But if that was me getting blamed of saying all these things, for me personally, I would be shouting from the rooftops and I would be doing my own live and saying all of this, that and the other, and nobody would be shutting me down. End of. That's all I've got to say. Anyway, big babbies, I'll see you in a bit, right? I'll get everything sorted. Hey, Angie, have you got some you can show when I go live tonight?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Good, good. Thanks,
All right
me
then,
baby.
we'll see you
Bye,
at
everybody.
5:10.
Bye. Thank you for
Later.
your presence. Bye.
I was just trying to download this video of what's her name? The Blaster. Can anyone do that? The Blaster. She's put up these messages from her. So she said there. I've got a screenshot of Claire Bell saying she hasn't accused Chippy of anything. But I want to see the messages that FYP's put up. Blaster, but I can't get into it.
It's on her. She's posted something on her page, hasn't she?
Yeah, it's this, but I can't actually play it. I don't know why. It's not letting me. It's my phone's frozen.
Give me a couple of minutes, I'll do it.
Huh?
Give me a couple of minutes and I'll do it.
Oh, thanks. Yes, FYP Blaster, and I think my phone's frozen.
Restart the app on that phone.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
It just
that's-
took longer.
yeah.
That's all.
Just give me a second, I'll do it.
She's just said it on Pocker's live as well that she hasn't. Someone just said.
Yeah.
That's why I was losing my mind then, Alicia, that Mrs. Frank, because she's gone into something that didn't need to be said.
Yeah, it's like I get what she's saying. We all know that no means no, but it's just like speculation with something like this is crazy. I personally don't think it should be on the app.
And you know what? I want to know, because I want to see those FYP Blaster messages, whether she has said the words that Blaster said. Because for what I've seen so far, she's correct, her friend. She has said just those words. I felt pressurised, which is understandable. You know, some women do feel that way because of their trauma. And that's all I've seen so far. But there's more to it. There's more messages. I want to see them all. Because if she said other things, then that is on her, because she's then made up false accusations, which now she's saying she did not do. But then I don't know. You know, like I said, you could be just saying that 'cause you're on social media, though, couldn't you? Do you know what I mean?
I'm
You
just
don't want it out there.
I'm uploading all the screen recordings from Blaster now. I'm only on part 1, but
Did
I'll
anyone-
continue to upload.
Did Blaster and Chippy say like why it had been brought on to the app? Like, was there a reason for it?
Because Pearl's doing an exposure. Because Pearl's doing an exposure with a 5 on him.
Yeah, but she didn't like. Was when she come live? Did she say?
She admitted it. Yeah, I've got the video somewhere.
Ange, can I say something quickly? I don't know if means anything or it just strikes me as a bit odd. So do you remember when I said about that live that I was in with Chippy and Pager Baby when he said something racist to me? Yeah. So Claire was in that live as well. And she said that Chippy gave her 50 quid over the Christmas period, like during the Christmas period. Now, that strikes me as like, yeah, why would he give her 50? Why would he pay her if they're broken up and all of that stuff? That just sounds a bit odd to me. So I don't know if that means anything or, yeah, but definitely.
Even if he did, Hungry Guy,
No, I
he
was-
should-
for-
he could just be
sorry, Tiff.
helping out someone. He doesn't.
Yeah,
Sorry,
maybe
darling.
she just needed help.
Yeah, it's not that deep, Hungry Guy. It's not that deep.
Oh, that
Yeah,
was a
but why would
different
Chippy
Claire.
help her
Hungry
if-
guy. I just had a message. That was a different Claire.
There we go.
Oh, it's not Claire Bear. Oh, my
No,
bad.
that's
All
a
the time I
different
thought it was
Claire.
Claire Bear. Oh, okay, my
Um,
bad. Never mind.
Also, people in the comments are saying that the reason it was brought to the app is because Claire had been in a lot of people's messages talking about stuff like this. So he's brought it out maybe before someone else does. So I get that.
So
That
if
makes
Chippy has gone
sense.
to the police, why has he brought it to the app? Because if he wants a case on it, he's not going to be able to get a case because
I
of how
think
many
the stuff
people have
that is
spoken
with the
about it.
police, I think the stuff that's with the police wasn't spoken on. I did hear them say like some stuff I can't speak on because it is with the police, but I think maybe he's got it put out there before another creator starts talking about it. And obviously with everything going on and everyone at war, maybe that's why. So that makes sense.
I feel like Chippy's done this because she's
Can I
having,
ask a quick
he's having like
question? Sorry, I
an
just
exposure on himself, and he doesn't want that. He doesn't want all the truth about him to come out, so he's now putting something else out there to take the deflection off him.
see. I'm a bit confused on that part because Blaster was sent the voice notes from Claire, isn't it? Is that how it started? Like she got these voice notes, and then she came on to live and like played them.
Yeah, she had them a while ago. She had done a live before where she didn't name any names, and she said that someone had been messaging her with private information, and then it turned out that it was not true what was being said, but she didn't say names. And then I'd think because Claire has reached out to other people who have maybe told Chippy, that's why it's gone like on the app today.
Yeah, but so that's why I don't understand how it's like deflection from like Chippy, if you know what I mean, because obviously the stuff what's out, it's like against him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know.
But maybe it's to show, like, to say I've been to the police about specific parts of this and get like speaking about it before other people do. I suppose you're better to get it out there before anyone else does, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm just going by like everyone else.
No. I hear what you're saying, because that's what I don't understand. Is like if it was for a bit of like deflection, it's
And he might
really
have thought
serious
because-
stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that
So
I
it's
agree,
like-
and I don't think it should be on it. But maybe
Do
he
you know
thought,
what I mean?
with what was going on tonight, maybe he thought that's what people were going to speak about, so that's why it's come out this
I
morning.
just don't think it would make sense for him to do that, because it doesn't really help his case. This, do you know what I mean? It wouldn't.
I'm
It's
sorry, but I
serious
feel
stuff.
like
It's not
this should
really
be
something.
been brought to the app. Like, he's brought it to the app himself. He's then told Blaster and it's all come out. He
You know
shouldn't
what?
have
It
done
looks
that.
it looks like this could be twisted because Blaster that's put out here saying, from what you've told me about him being a danger to women and children, there are more other rooms you could sit in. But I understand why this is from Blaster. But why you're feeling angry, especially if he wasn't in those rooms until now. Maybe you're scared in case you tell them what you've told me, so he remains in there. I don't know if I'm making sense. And then she's put, I'm not sure, maybe. Like I say, I don't know for sure about anything like that. But after the role play and then realising he talks to women a lot who have children, it could just be me, because if my childhood, but it's there in my head for some reason. So it's like she's speculating that there's something there on Chippy, as in he could be on Claire's law, but she's not saying he is. It doesn't look like an accusation to me. It's just like she's confiding into a friend that she is. Do you know what I mean?
Because the friend said that Blaster is good friends with Claire, isn't it? So I'm wondering is like, obviously Claire's gone to Blaster to like confide in her and tell her all this, and then Blaster's brought it onto the internet.
Yeah, just like she's confiding in a friend, saying, like I would, anyone would, look, he does speak to women like this. Do you think there's something there? I don't know, maybe it's in my head. That's what it sounds like she's saying to Blaster. Yes, it could be in my head, I'm not too sure, those kind of things. She's not actually accusing him. From what I read, if you were going to have a look on FYP Blaster, you'll see the receipts. So I don't think she's accusing him of anything.
Yeah, I think Blaster is wrong for this, to be honest. She shouldn't have brought it onto the app. You know,
But this is what I'm getting.
That's who that's what needs to be pulled up, to be honest, in all of this. Because why are you like exposing something like your friends came to you to speak privately and then you're bringing it on TikTok? It's not fair. That's not a friend at all. And it's really serious stuff as well. So
shall I put this up properly, guys? This what Blaster's put here, so you can all see it. Give me a sec then. I'm gonna put it up properly.
they aren't friends though. Oh, are they not friends? Because I'm confused. Because the friend in the box said something like they were friends or not. So
I think Claire had reached out to Blaster. This was like going back a few weeks.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. That one.
To be honest, even if they weren't friends, it's still a private conversation. She didn't consent for it to be on the app, so it's still wrong.
It just seems to me a lot of things have got twisted. Apart from the article, which I don't say don't condone, and apart from that, you know what I mean? That's what it seems to me. And we've got the evidence that she's put up here. Oh, why is that not saved? Give me a sec, guys. I'm pretty sure I saved it. Yeah, I've saved it. Why is that not coming up? Oh, wait a minute. I haven't saved it, for God's sake. Right. Okay. It's not showing on my thing. I don't know why. Oh, let me just play it from here. I think something's on. Okay, it's right now. Right.
But I'm gonna drop down anyways. That's yeah, I think Blaster should apologise.
Can I drop you both down and I'll
Yeah, I was going to
Yeah,
say
I was gonna say quickly, Blaster. I
screen.
think you should apologise to Claire especially for bringing this private conversation on the app. It's not right of you to do. But everyone, happy New Year.
All right, thanks, Chloe.
Bye.
See you later. Thank you. So let me just put this up. Right, can you all see that? So she's put here, it could just be me. This is clear. It could be just me because of my childhood, but it's there in my head for some reason. Anyway, my son has just left for work, so I'm here on my own. We'll have a cuppa, then get into the police website and start the ball rolling for Claire's Law. And the fact that he's just messaged me just before writing this message to say his head's all over the place and he wants to talk can go in my favour for Claire's Law, because if they, as I'm currently in a relationship with him, so they're going to think she's still in a relationship with him, I would have to say no, but we'll have to use that as I need to know before I get back with him. I'm never getting back with him. So she's put she's never getting back with him. But he's given me in that message what I need without realising it. So it seems to me that she's just speculating, you know. And then we've got the next message. What's this? Who's this from? Claire. So, I'm going to have to leave it like that. So, Fraser, Rubber Duck, Matt, Extra, I've known for a long time too. I go in there lately because I'm asked to as well. What does that say? Wanting to. It's not about spoiling things. And what do you mean by befriending the truth? Defending the truth, does it say? What truth? We split up after a short relationship. No malice, no hate, no. So why are you hating on me now? Don't understand. I just wanted to talk to you today. I needed someone to talk to that I thought you'd be the person I could chat with. Still, obviously, I've got that wrong in my head. I don't get hate. Is this to Chippy? Bending the truth. Okay, that's my dyslexia. I do apologise. Is this just a Chippy? Anyway, so then they put Chippy is Ian. Oh, okay. See, this is how I don't dox and don't know and don't research people. Right. Then he's put I'm just not sure what is what's a bit blurred, what me to do about it. When you have your thoughts, your friends, you know at first I was struggling. Think you blew her hot and cold, and I can't really read this, guys. It's too blurred. It's too blurred. What's this? From the beginning that I'm trying to. Okay. I don't think I'd be comfortable with when I reached out to you initially and told you I felt that. A few nights after, I was rock bottom. You told me to leave you alone. Do the way I'm feeling is that you want to speak to me only on your terms when it's good for you. Okay, what's the next one? I can't remember. My arm's hurting. So this is to these messages. Are these two? I wouldn't say okay. This is to I think Blaster, was it? I'm confused. I wouldn't say it's gaslighting because he's replying to your question. So this is, I think, Blaster. Okie doke. He's just sent another. I think it was more going where I used to spend my time in the boxing. So she sent this evidence here. It's just someone else to have some receipts if you're okay with that. And then, is that it? Anyway, my son has just left for work. I'm here for another that one. Guys, these aren't in order. Don't ask me, okay? I'm terrible with bloody technology anyway, but I'm probably just going to put more effort into real life, to be fair. This is Blaster. After what you've confided in me with, I don't know why you would want to put effort into someone who could be a potential danger to children and vulnerable women. There are other rooms you could sit in, but I understand why you're feeling angry, especially if he wasn't in those rooms until now. Maybe he's scared in case you tell them what you've told me, so he remains in there. I don't know if I'm making make sense. I don't really understand, really. It just sounds like this here is gaslighting. She's, but I'm not sure, maybe, like I say. So she said, like I say, I don't know for sure about anything like that. So she's saying, you said about danger, he's a danger to kids and women. But she's saying, like I say, I know for sure, but I don't know for sure about anything like that. But after the role play and the realizing he talks to women a lot who have children, it could just be me because of my childhood, but it's there in my head for some reason. Anyway, my son has just left for work, so I'm here on my own. We'll have a cuppa, then get into the police website and start that Claire's Law. Okay, we've read that one, isn't it? Oh. And she said here she's never getting back with him. And then they've got blocked. So this doesn't make sense. Then Blaster blocked her at the bottom. So she got blocked, but she didn't really say a lot to her, to be honest. I don't know. It sounds more like a setup, to be fair. Because what I don't understand is the bit where Blaster has put in the message what you told me about Chippy being a danger to women and children. So she's like putting those words into her mouth. But Claire is saying here, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I don't know. But it's because it could be because of my childhood trauma and as to why I'm feeling the way I feel. But it just feels like Blaster's trying to put words into her mouth to have evidence for something. That's how it feels. I'm not saying that's the case. So to me, there's no evidence here. There's nothing here. Claire's quite as clearly saying it could be my mind. Because of my childhood. So she's not accusing Chippy of anything in what I see here. Apart from that one message, well, not even that message, she's just saying she felt pressurised. What else? What's that? Is that what they call gaslighting there? That's the same message. What happened to that message? The other one. I think that's it. It just sounds to me that she's questioning this man, okay, that she's with because she's had a bad past. And I think it has been twisted around to make out that she's making these accusations when she's not. She's saying, well, this is how I'm feeling. There's a difference. Do you know what I mean? And then Blaster blocked her. For no reason, to be fair. Unless they had a conversation on the phone, but there's no voice call at the end. What's this? What's this message here? Let me find that. Oh, has it gone right to the beginning, for fuck's sake? These messages missing. I'm going to go into it once. Where is it? Turn to 5558. Doesn't seem to be missing. Did I go past it again? So as you can see, she blocked that she blocked her. But then she must have she's blocked her there. See there at the bottom, she's blocked her. So I don't know why she's blocked her. I don't know. They've not had a phone call. I feel like an investigator here. There's no phone call here, and there's that on the normal phone, but she's got blocked. It just sounds a bit iffy. So it seems like she wants to get information out of here, doesn't it? Here. I don't know. Where's that gaslighting bit? That one. I'm going to have to read it from here. It says about 10 as you'd be the Michelle or others, then you dump me and you're in there every day. Is this from Chippy or from her? So there's a message here. I'm going to try and arrow up, but every time I arrow up, it disappears. It just disappears very quickly. But it says here, about 10 minutes, as you'd be with Michelle or others, then you dump me and you're in there every day. I owe full well that was the only friendship group I had. You can't bend the truth on facts, Ian. Oh, this is from her. But you know what? You carry on. I've not messaged. Oh, see, it goes. It disappears. Claire's a green, I know, but it disappears every time I get that bit up. She hasn't actually taken a screenshot of that whole message. It kind of just disappears. She did see. Thank you, Lisa. She did see what? See what? I think that's it. And then she must have... Oh, okay, and then it goes back to the beginning. And then she blocks her for whatever reason. I don't know. Watch the video then when she goes in the box. Okay, thank you. Keep that up for a sec. I'll have a look. I'll look on here. It's called... So, all the tea. So all the tea, I've got backup. Have I? Oops. So, okay, I got it. Yeah. It's a backup one. Yeah. Right. Which one am I looking at? Which video is it? La 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 la. Blaster joins Delisa. No. Oh, okay. This is the exposure thing. Part 2. I think they don't want... So part 1. Give me a sec.
Effort into Chippy still after everything you come out with.
There is no evidence that this woman said no means no, or whatever hell she said it. You know, that she was insinuating that I have seen. Blaster said it's with the police. Do I believe that? No, I don't. I don't think she said it.
You know why you told me to do Claire's law? You know why you told me to do
Because
Claire's law?
you said you put that post up about Claire's law way before you even contacted me.
No, because I've done a Claire's law on an ex. I told you that.
Can you tell Blaster, give me a second, playing the video she's requesting.
You were going to do one on
Give me
Chippy.
2 minutes.
And you wanted him to contact
We spoke about that, remember? And I said that I possibly will, and you said do it.
See,
so can I just say, you have to do a non-disclosure.
Wait a minute, can I rewind? So this is the bit you want me to hear, what Claire says. Okay, one sec.
Because that's what you were going to do, is put effort into Chippy still after everything you come out with.
Right, let me just say, you know why you told me to do Claire's law? You know why you told me to do Claire's law?
You said you put that post up about Claire's law way before you even contacted me.
No, because I've done a Claire's law on an ex. I told you that.
But you were going to do one on Chippy. And you wanted him to contact
you. We spoke
you.
about that, remember? And I said that I possibly will, and you said do it.
See,
can I just say, you have to do a non-disclosure, which I've had to do. But for anyone in the future, all I can say is do a Claire's law, because that's all I can say. I'm not allowed to say anything.
So you tell me, what has Chippy
I know
done
what
to
she
you
said.
so bad that you wanted to do Claire's law on him? Because
I've turned round and said to you, why are you putting
Tell
so
her,
much
Blast,
effort
give me
into
2 minutes.
You know what? I didn't say
potential.
I never said great.
Potential
I never said
danger.
great, but I said no means no, and it's called coercive.
Claire,
And
the
I
way
said
you made
no
it out,
means
you
no.
know the way you made it out.
Bollocks.
Let me
Absolutely bollocks.
Let me read the rest out.
You're talking shit. I'm sorry, but you're talking shit. I never said
I'm
that.
talking shit, Emma.
I always said
post
I
it.
never said
I'll
that. I
post
always
it.
said. I always said that I never said great, and I was confused as well. And I asked for your
You were
advice
confused.
because of
You
what
were
I've been through as a child. Yes, because of what
So
I've been
you
through.
basically tried to tell me that Chippy had forced himself on you.
No, I didn't
said
say
no.
forced him. No, can I explain? Can you just shut up a minute so I can say what I said?
Go ahead.
Right, okay. So you know what I'd been through as a child, yeah? So I said to you, remember, I said, I'm unsure if this is just me being, overly, or if it was because, I've seen about the coercive. I said, he never raped me, he never forced himself on me, but he was very persuasive, remember? I said that even if I wasn't in the mood, it was like, oh, come on. It was like, and then getting my hand and then getting his. I never said anything like that. So I don't know where you've got that from, because I said I was unsure because of what I've been through. Is it a case of no means no and persuading is. And that's all. And I never wanted you to bring it to the app because of your PTSD, CPTSD. I don't know what it's through, but I felt that bond with you because I've got the CPTSD as well. And I never wanted you to bring anything to the app, Blaster. I just wanted to talk to you woman to woman.
Yeah, you did. You've been at other people's
From what I've heard,
said
this is just my opinion. I'm entitled to that, guys. Right. So from what I've heard and what I've seen on Blaster, what she's put up, I don't believe Claire said grape. I don't believe she said no means no. I believe she said. Now I'm not saying that Blaster's a lie. I'm saying maybe there's miscommunications here, where maybe that's what Blaster thought she was implying. I think she said I felt pressurized by Chippy when she didn't want to do it, and he'd be like, come on, that kind of thing. That I can understand. That's what I do believe, and she's actually telling Blaster to her face, this is what I've said to you. But there could have been miscommunication here, but I don't think she's made any accusation up. The thing about the article, we heard that. I think that's wrong because she has implied that Chippy's brother has something to do with that. That I don't agree with. Okay. She was insinuating. Well, from those messages I've seen, she wasn't even insinuating. I've shown you the message. It does say quite clear. It's in my head. It's the way I feel at times. I'm doing the Claire's law because of my childhood. I felt pressurized. You've heard all those words that she has used in the messages. It's definitely, in my opinion, been twisted. Not deliberately, but maybe just, not deliberately, but it has been twisted. In my opinion, I don't think she's made any accusation towards Chippy, right? But maybe Chippy has taken it the wrong way.
I wanted you to bring it to the app.
I'm not going to name everybody. You've been in other people's yards. I've seen
I've
it in
never said
comments as well.
I want it to the app. You show me proof where I've said I want this on the app.
Don't gaslight us, Claire.
I'm not gaslighting you. I'm asking you to show me the proof.
And I do believe when Blaster put that message saying about why would you want to be back with him if you, I can't remember what she said. Why would you put in an effort for someone that you feel is dangerous? I think maybe she was trying to put words into her mouth. You know what I mean? And that's when Claire said, no. Unless I've had other calls that I'm unaware about. I'm just talking about what I've seen on the FYP that Blaster's put up. One sec, Blaster's probably going.
Is imply and insinuate that
if he can go to the police, it'll be revealed. Then he'll get himself in trouble, won't he? Anyway, I'm going. I've got a life. Do what you want to do. Do what you want to do.
So there you go. I don't think there was any accusations. I think it's been taken the wrong way. I think she said she felt pressurized by Chippy. I think because of her childhood, I think she felt ways of, that, some of the things that Chippy's done on TikTok where he's maybe shouted at women and she got a bit worried, concerned, thinking she maybe needs to do a Claire's law, which a lot of women do anyway. And I think Chippy maybe taken it the wrong way and got angry about it. Hello, Buster.
Hi, are you all right?
Yeah.
I've been told I've had you now in my box twice.
Yeah.
And I've said to you, give us your true opinion on what you think.
Well, I've
And
gone through it all now, and I can give you my opinion
Right.
on that. Yeah.
Right, go on then.
My opinion from going through the messages, all of it, the video, they'll clear in your box. I think it has been, there's a huge misunderstanding. I don't think she's not accused him of rape. She's never, she's not said anything like, what she has said is, I felt pressurized because of her trauma. I felt a certain way. I felt uncomfortable. A woman is allowed to feel those ways. No hate on Chippy. It's nothing to do with him, but that's how she felt because of her trauma. I think it has been twisted. I think she did get Claire's law because she's probably been worried about with Chippy's attitude on TikTok, how he speaks to women at times. She's allowed to do that. I think it's all got twisted. I don't think she's made any accusation towards Chippy. The article, yes, I agree with the article, what she said about the article. She was insinuating something towards his brother. I don't agree with that.
So, you haven't heard what she said about Chippy?
What do you mean?
Have you heard what she said about Chippy on a voicemail?
I know she keeps saying I think it's in my mind. But that can be in your mind if
that makes it all right.
No. You can have that in your mind, yeah, if you have been through trauma. When a woman has been through childhood trauma or adult trauma, they can feel a certain way. That's not on Chippy, though. She's not made an accusation towards Chippy. She's just saying I felt uncomfortable. She's allowed to feel those ways.
I don't know how many times I've got to tell you I can't post everything because it's gone to the police. She turned round and she insinuated that Chippy did try to grape her.
Right. Okay, and I understand that, and I agree with you on that one. I've not seen it all, but I'm only going by what I've seen here.
If this was a man, it'd be different.
But what do you mean? I can understand. These are her feelings. She's entitled to feel a certain way when she's did it, because of her trauma. She's allowed that. But she's not, what I've seen accused him. And when you said that, why would she make an effort towards who she calls a dangerous man towards women and children? She said to you, not on TikTok, but to you in a private message, no, this is just how I feel in my head because of my trauma. That's what she's entitled to feel that way. She's not accused him. What I've seen, she's not accused him.
Because I can only post so much.
Yeah, and I get that. The other evidence, I've not seen it. I'm only going by what I've seen, though. And this is what everyone else is going by, what we've just seen here.
You're going by
I'm not calling you a liar. I just think it's a misunderstanding.
Right, well, if you've got anything to say it now, because I'm being told you're sitting there slating us.
No, I'm saying I feel like there was one message that was a little bit,
So someone said here, in fact, there's a couple of people said here, no, Angie, you called Blaster a liar. Is that right?
No, I said the misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding?
That's what I said, yes.
Misunderstanding about what? Did you hear it?
What? Oh, well, I'm going by what I see here, Blaster.
Yeah, and what about I said to you?
Right, listen, these are the words. These are the words Claire's used. These are the words Claire's used. She's used pressurized. She said, in my head. These are just a confidential message towards you, two women, of her saying, listen, I had X with some man, but I did feel a bit pressurized, but I think that's because of my trauma I've gone through. She's allowed to feel those ways. No hate on Chippy. Chippy hasn't done anything to her. She's not saying that. She's saying this is how I feel. That she's allowed to feel that way. But I feel there's a misunderstanding here. Yeah, I do. I think it has been twisted a little bit.
Angie, you didn't sit on the phone to her. You didn't. I've got voicemails here. Voice notes.
And if I showed them, I'd probably say, you know what? And I'm not going to say I'm wrong. I'm just going to say now I've seen everything. Now my opinion is she's a liar. I could turn around and say that. But how can I have that opinion if not that my opinion matters, I'm just giving mine, but how can I sit here and have an opinion on only a little bit what I've seen? I've made it quite clear. I'm only going by what I've seen here. If I see it all, yeah, my opinion might change and think, oh my God, she's a liar. But I'm only going by what we are seeing, what you have just put out. I understand you can't put it out, but what do you want us to do? You want us to crucify a woman on no evidence, on what we have not seen? You've got to understand that. Blaster.
I don't, Cheryl, sorry.
She's not said those words here. No means no. She hasn't said that. She's just telling you how she felt. That's not an accusation. That she's allowed to feel that way because of what she's been through.
But she's not just telling me. She's also in other people's ears, Angie.
Yeah. What, saying how she feels or making accusations?
No, making accusations.
That I don't know. This is what I'm saying though. I mean, I made it very clear. I'm only going by what I said here. Not that my opinion matters. Do you know what I mean? But I'm only going by what I've seen, what you've put out. That's it. If I saw it all, I'd probably have a different opinion. I'd be like, oh my God, this woman should be in jail. Do you know what I mean? I'm just being fair. The article, I thought she was bang out of order, insinuating something, you know, that about his brother. I agree with you on that. We've got half a story. You've got to remember that, yeah.
So even
I mean, I felt there's a little bit of gaslighting from you in one of a message.
Gaslighting from me?
Yeah.
Like
and I'll tell you, there's a message where you've put to her, why would you make effort with someone that you have said is dangerous towards women and children? And then she turned around to you and said, no, I haven't said that. I haven't said that. I'm saying it's in my head. It's just how I feel, you know? But I just kind of felt like you were trying to put those words in her mouth. Maybe not realizing it, but that's how it felt to me.
All right, so I gaslit her. All right, then that's fine. That's fine.
Well, listen, that's just how that message came across. You probably didn't do it, but it came across that way.
All right. No, that's fine.
But she said to you, you said that message, and she even replied to you saying, no, I didn't say that. I'm saying it's in my head. I'm saying how I feel. There's a difference between an accusation and telling someone how they feel.
Right, okay. I'll gaslit her.
All right, then. I'm going to go then because I listen, I don't want an argument here. I'm having my opinion on the matter. I don't know. Guys, can we do a poll, right? Listen, I will speak to Blaster a bit later. I'm just having my honest opinion, how I see it. Now, she probably didn't do it deliberately, but it came across that way, right? Like I said, you know, when she said you said this and that about Chippy, it's like she's putting, do you know what I mean? She said, no, I didn't say that. I'm saying it's in my mind. I'm just saying how I feel. That's, you know, there's two different things. What do you think, guys? From what you've seen here, okay, we haven't got all of it, but what have you seen? What's your opinion on the matter? Happy Face, you agree that it has been twisted. Whether it's deliberate or not, I don't know, okay, but it has been twisted. Happy Face, yes. Sad Face, no. Yeah, I think so. I think she's confided in someone. Listen, she might be a snake, that's clear. She might be all of that, but I do feel she's confided in someone, and now that person is aired all over social media. Do I know what she's been saying in other boxes? No. If you've got the videos, I'll play it. You know, I don't even know Clear. I don't need to be siding by her with her. Do you know what I mean? I'm just saying, if you've got the evidence, you know, please send it to me. These videos. But like, my opinion doesn't matter. I'm just having it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not judging. Hello.
Hi Angie, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. You alright?
Yeah, I just want to say I think you've carried yourself really well. I'm really impressed, to be honest, and I'm not blowing smoke at you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Listen, I just don't beef of Chippy. Like I said, I just see what I see, you know.
The anger that woman's holding, I understand that you can feel passionate about things. What you said is dead right, that she's privy to all of the information, or much more than you are. And you're piecing together half of a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah, I'm only going by what I said. Yeah, if I see I mean, she's quite happy. She wants to send me the rest of it. I'll look. Not that listen, I'm not saying my opinion. Thank you, Levi. My opinion matters at all. I'm not saying that. I'm just giving my opinion, just like I give other people's opinion that jump in my box. They can have a different one to me, you know. But I'm just going by what I see.
Saying about that you and Chippy having an issue, but Chippy spoke to you fine. You spoke to him fine.
Yeah.
If it was where you were using that, you would have just railroaded him and used this to do it.
I just haven't seen the accusations that she's made in the messages she's put out. What I see, tell me if I'm wrong, that she's telling Blaster how she feels, you know, because, you know, this is how I feel. I've had trauma. I've gone through this, you know what I mean? It is probably in my head.
But I feel that she's taking it personal, like the way that she let you say exactly what you said, and you do what and I know I'm doing it now, but I'm in here talking to you, but I've learned to sit back and let the other person talk. Let her talk, Angie, and you go quiet, because she lets you're explaining yourself very well, but then she'll pick out one thing that you've said and then not answer anything else that you've said or any of the points that you've made. And then she'll say, right, okay, fair enough. So I'm a gaslighter then.
I don't think it was deliberately. It just came across that way, that she was trying to put words in her mouth, you know? That's how it came across to me.
I just feel you've been incredibly fair, and I think you're trying, you know, like you said, I just think you've been responsible. I can see a massive change in you lately, Angie, for much for the better. Not just in how you're coming across, but even it's like your look. Everything is mind, body, and soul. You're just being amazing at the minute. Don't let them pull you down. Don't let
it's fine.
the mixy
They
comments.
can have their opinion. They're entitled to it. You know, listen, I have no hate towards Blaster at all. You know, but you know, we all got our different opinions on it. You know,
I don't know if she's taking it personal like you, but she's been very aggressive. I don't know why. When she first came in, body language, her arms were folded. She was ready for battle, and you didn't give it to her. And you weren't ignoring her. You were showing a dual screen. I did go in. I don't normally go into the comments, but I wanted her to know, no, you're not being ignored. Angie's showing a dual screen. You were trying to get a fair picture.
Yeah.
And I just think you never, and you're always, whatever you do, somebody's always going to say, no, this. So just.
But we got to remember also, this is apparently, we've only got half the story. She's got the other receipts. Until we see them in, you can go by what we've seen here. And I've not seen any accusations that this woman's made. I've not seen any of that. Do you know what I mean? So
it's very hard when you're only told so much of a story.
And
then
Claire jumped in the box and quite clearly said, no, this is what I said to you, Blast. And that was, I felt pressurised, I felt a certain way. But that's not on Chippy, but, you know, that's how she feels. And you can't take that away from her if that's how she feels.
On both sides. And I'll go in a sec. Sorry, let me just get this because I'll forget everything I'm saying. I just want to say that there's a reason it's been brought. They've said that they wanted to get in before that she did. But how can you expect people to have a unbiased opinion on a story that you don't even know the whole of it is, and then told, well, I've got it all, and if you knew what I knew and it's gone to the police, but we don't know what you know. And, you know, I just think you've done really well, and big up yourself, Angie.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Hi, Angie. You're welcome.
I've got a friend here as well.
I just want to say, excuse me, I'm talking. You handled that really well, and you know what? Like, you have changed this year, and for the better. And you're like, no, I have
say
seen
that
what
tomorrow.
I've
It might be a right menace.
That's why we love you. But on a serious note, you handled it incredibly well, and she came in and she was so angry. Exactly what Joey just said, basically. And you handled it like a boss.
She's entitled to her opinion. I know she's friends with Chippy and all that. You know.
Of course she is. I'm not angry, Matt.
Wait. Parker said he agrees with you, and he said, well done.
Yeah, that's what I came in for as well. We're all in Pockers's box, and
he said, well done.
Asked us to come in, and he said he's really pissed off that he's agreeing with you again. Could you unblock him, please? And it'd be good if you could request him and you could have a chat.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Claire's actually in his live now. We're all in there.
Yeah,
and we're all agreeing with you. You've hit the nail on the head completely. All right.
Go on, Doris. Doris, have your say, Doris.
Oh my God, I never thought I'd say thank you, Hungry Boy. No, I was just coming in to say I agree with you, and I think you can't bring half a story to the app.
Yeah.
And it's funny how all these people knew 6 weeks ago, but today's the day it's got to be come out when something else was going to happen as well today.
25.
The other thing I was going to say is in that message she said she felt uncomfortable about the role play.
Yeah.
What was the role play?
I saw that. Yeah.
I'm not kink shaming. I'm just saying.
Which is once again not on Chippy, because it's maybe she felt a certain way and didn't say I don't want to do this.
I know, but someone added me when I asked that in the comments, and I think it was her. I'm just saying, and I think they told me what it was, and when I googled it, I'd be freaked out by that as well.
Yeah.
I don't. Annabelle, the role play triggered something in her. That's what she said. And if you look up what that role play is, well, Doris, it has got
It
something to
could
do
be
with it. If you
anything
bring it to
really, a role play, isn't it? And you know, I don't want to shame people for the
no, I'm not
doing a
kink
role play. 'Cause I
shaming,
know
but
people do things like that, but
no, but if you knew what it was, then well, the person that added me in the comments said it. I see now. If I say it, then I mean they could have been at me anything. Do you know what I mean? But when I googled it, it wasn't a good. I'm not saying there's good and bad role plays. This is all coming out wrong. I'm not getting my words out properly. But the role play that the person added me, and I think it was the friend. I'm not kink shaming. I'm just saying, if you look this one up, if you've been through something, and she said that she's been through something, this role play triggered her. Do you understand what I'm getting at?
yeah.
This is what's
I
made her
don't
feel
know.
a type of way.
Yeah, listen, I don't want to shame anyone for the role play. That's personal. I think, you know what I mean. I know people kind of do that kind of shit, but you know.
And the thing is, Ange, you know, you're not a fan of Chippy, and yet you still sat in the middle and said, listen, this is what we've seen, this is what I agree, this is what I don't agree. I just want to say I'm really proud of him.
I mean, I think at the end of the day, you know, Chippy doesn't need to get hate now because there's no accusation there, only on what
No,
we've
there
seen.
wasn't. There was
the rest
no
of it,
accusation.
not seen any of the receipts. I'm only going by what I see. So he shouldn't be getting any hate, and she shouldn't be getting any hate because obviously we've seen it all there.
Do you know who should be getting hate, Ange? Blaster. And let me tell you why. Okay, she said specifically in that voice note or in that live when she was in Blaster's box, I came to you, and I quote, I came to you for advice. I came to you for advice, meaning she felt some type of way. She wanted to come to Blaster just for a bit of advice. Like, do you think this is this? Do you think this is that? That's all. I came to you for advice. Why did she then turn around and then, like, instead of give advice, literally make up what she or her advice, make it out to be real,
But I
and
think
then
we've got
put
to
it on the
remember,
app?
Hungry Guy. Well, Blaster said there's more evidence. You know, like she's had phone calls with a woman. So I don't know what was said on those phone calls.
Well, and the thing is,
going by the messages. So there could be a phone call, and I'll give this to Blaster here. There could be phone calls where she has said something on that phone call, but we might never know.
No, and it doesn't matter. That's irrelevant. I'll tell you why that's irrelevant. Because unless she's coming out to tell us what messages is she not putting out, what all of this, of course we're going to speculate. Is she dumb? Like, what does she think we're going to do? Of course we're going to speculate. Unless you put out what you already have, we're going to speculate. And what it looks like from what we've seen, the evidence, she came to you, Plaster, for advice. And then you turned around and you took whatever advice that you had and made it to be the reality, and then you brought it onto the app. Okay, and that's wrong. That's wrong. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say anyway.
Yeah.
I actually agree with Hungry Guy.
But like I said, I mean, you know, the thing is, I do understand Blast if she's had phone calls and she's not recorded them. Not saying she should put recorded phone calls on here because she shouldn't. But however, she's had phone calls that, you know, she's probably said something else. This woman, I don't know. She might have said these things. Blast is saying she did, but we're only going by what we see, right? And evidence is key. Evidence is everything.
Story. That's it. If you come with half a story, then only anyone can go by with what is
and
out
if Blaster wants to show me the rest, you know, like I said, my opinion doesn't matter. I'm just having an opinion like Hungry Guy, Doris, and Kyria's. Do you know what I mean? My opinion is just my opinion. Do you know what I mean? But if she wants to show me, and then we can discuss it again and say, okay, without me showing it on here because I might not be able to do that, then absolutely.
But Chippy gave it to Blaster. But Chippy gave it to Blaster to bring to the app. This is the thing. Chippy gave it to Blaster, told Blaster to bring it to the app.
Yeah, it's not on Blaster, I suppose. Yeah.
No, but then all of a sudden you got Chippy's brother and sister coming up, going, "Oh my God, you've got to contact the police." So he didn't even contact his brother and his sister and tell them this is what's happened. And brother, you've been implicated in this as well. He took it to the Blaster and let the Blaster blast it all out for everyone.
Shell, follow me back.
Like you said, Doris, you know, tonight we've got the live on Pearl about Chippy, and I think, you know, it's great timing for Chippy in a way, but I'll keep my opinions to myself there because I don't want to really say too much because I don't know any of them. But
I just think also, unless you've got solid evidence, and you've got to come here with evidence, whatever there may be, you can't come with half a story, otherwise people are going to run with just what they see, because evidence is key on everything, isn't it? Then I don't think you should really, you know, bring it to the app. you know, without that. And I just feel like with myself, if someone said something to me in confidence, I don't think I could bring it to that. But unless I got that, oh my God, this person's trying to destroy someone on TikTok.
Yeah, but Ange, why did she bring it on the app in the first place? That's the thing
I
with
think
Blaster.
Chippy asked her to.
Chippy asked her to. Well, then
Yeah.
that's Chippy's problem when with her. Like, Chippy sold you down the river. He used you to get the story out instead of putting out himself or whatever. But Blaster's just an idiot. I'm sorry. No offense to her, but she really is.
Yeah.
And it's all been twisted,
Yeah, I just,
absolutely.
Yeah, but like I said, we don't know what phone calls and all this that Blaster's had with her. Do you know what I mean? And I know because I've had phone calls with Pearl, right? Not Pearl, Corey, and I wish I'd recorded. Do you know what I mean? And you sit there and you tell people, no, this was said on that phone call, but you haven't recorded it. Not that you'd put that out anyway. Do you know what I mean? And you feel like no one's believing you, so we don't know what the rest of that evidence is that Blaster has, what phone call she has. So we need to remember that. But however, we only can go by receipts in it.
I just want to remind all 3.8 people in here, there's an exposure on Chippy on Pearl's Live at 5 o'clock.
Hungry
That's all.
Guy, why are you promoting other people's platform?
It's Pearl. She's your friend.
Get out, Hungry Guy. You do it deliberately. Out.
Anyway,
as
Ange,
I was
I've had a
saying, there
chance
is
to
a
receive.
exposure on at 5 o'clock on Pearls. I will put it out there. I will be over there, but only me can promote people. Hungry Guy. So that's at 5 o'clock, guys, and it is on Chippy. So if you've got any videos or messages that you want to, shut up, Hungry Guy. Only I can promote Pearl.
Anyway, I'm going to drop. I just wanted to wish you a happy
Guys,
new
I am
year as
only
well. so not
joking. Like, you
addicted.
can't come back in the box, Hungry Guys. I am really joking. Where's
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy
Take
New
care.
Year.
I'll jump down on all ends. Thanks for having me.
All right, Dos. Well, we've got 10 minutes, so I might come off now, guys. Hungry Guy, do you want to jump in the box really quickly and have your say? Or not? Have you finished? I was only joking, guys. Zayana's in here. Hi, Zayana.
Hi, Ange.
Would you want me representing you? I would want you representing me. Oh, thank you, Grace. Well, I am a solicitor. Hi, Zayana.
Hi, Ange. I found this all a bit strange. I have listening to because the man that went through DVD is into CNC kinky stuff. That's hard to come with. That's bad. That is. Would you be into that if you? Well, obviously, sir. Surely you wouldn't be into that stuff if you had gone through DVD, because I bloody wouldn't be. But everyone's to their own. But I find it strange to believe.
Yeah. I would like, whether she can or not, Blaster to send it all and we can have another discussion on it, because I know Blaster's saying that she's had phone calls and things, and I can understand her being angry because she probably has had phone calls, and this woman, listen, I'm not saying she has, I'm not saying she hasn't, I don't know, but there could be phone calls, do you know what I mean? So I can understand her anger if she has said things that she hasn't got. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the Corey situation when Corey said this about, Pearl, and I just wanted to, and I haven't got a recording of it. Do you know what I mean?
If you don't know what CNC is, go and Google it.
Guys, don't forget, 5 p.m. Pearl will be live. I'll be jumping over there, and it's on Chippy. So if anyone's got any receipts, I don't think she's going to be talking about this though, guys. Well, that'll be up to her, but that'll be at 5. Chippy, yeah, I did see the role play. I didn't mention it because that's none of my business. That's that's his personal life. Do you know what I mean? Well, I suppose this is his personal life too, but it's come on social media. But
very strange.
Pockers wants me. Tell him to request me. Okay, yeah, because I've got 7 minutes. All right, okay, Zion, I'm going to be...
See you in a bit, Ange. Bye.
He can request me if he wants. It's nearly 5 now, yeah? We've got 6 minutes. Don't worry, guys. Everyone, make sure you go over there when I come off. I think I've blocked him. Wait a minute. What's in 6 minutes? Exposure on Pearl's Live. Where am I? I've gone into the wrong account. Give me a sec, guys. Oh, there. Okay, I've unblocked him. I've unblocked him. Wonder what the... Tell him hurry up, he's got 5 minutes. Me and Pearl up. Oh, me Pearl are friends. I was bloody joking. Of course we are. I'll be over there in 5 minutes. I'll come and have you. Bloody hell, can't joke on here, can you? Is he requesting me, Pockers? Otherwise I'm going to go. Can you and Pearl unblock who? Would I be comfortable with roleplay? Listen, each to their own at the end of the day. I don't know much about roleplay, to be honest, but that's about, listen, let's leave that part out of it, do you know what I mean? You can't request it. I'm having a problem with that, actually, people requesting me. I don't know why. It's not allowing me to request him either. Is it his settings? I followed him. Tell him I followed him. Let me see if I can request people. Oh, I've got him. Hello, Pockers.
Delusive Angie.
Hello.
So, I've got to give you all the credit where the credit is due, girl. Like, you fucking handled that incredibly well. Like, you...
Oh, thank you. Like I said, but we haven't seen all the evidence, but I'm only going by what we've seen, you know what I mean?
No, I know, but it's interesting how Blaster said that she can't put all of it out, but then yet proceeded to state a part of what she couldn't already put out. So I don't understand how that makes sense.
Yeah, none of it makes sense to me, to be honest.
No, it doesn't. But no, I've got to give you the credit, you know what I mean? Like, and I know that we've had a bit of a ding dong, but yeah.
Push my headband up, sorry. Well,
Yes.
I forgive you.
Well, thank you very much, and I will forgive you too. Have you got 3 minutes and 32 seconds?
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, should we do one battle?
Yeah,
We'll do
go
one
for it.
battle, and then we're all popping over to Pearls.
Yes. We can still have fun. Yes, everyone here is
Well, it is 2026, New Year and all.
Exactly. Everyone is very thankful for what you've done today as well.
Oh.
Like, because I did. Sorry, I'll pause it because obviously we're trying to talk. But because obviously Clara Bell is in my life. She wasn't in my boxes or anything. But when we're then listening to what you were saying, and it's just like, oh shit, like Angie's she's spitting. I couldn't believe that you had the blaster just sat there in silence. Blew my mind. Oh my god.
Yeah, you know what? I just feel that she probably, like I said, there might be calls. We don't know, but, we just go with what we've got, And I can understand her anger, maybe if she has had those calls, but I don't know. That I don't know.
Yeah, no, exactly. We can only look at what's there.
Yeah.
And then we make our judgment and our, and it's fair enough. Like, you can only work with what you got.
Love the headband. Oh, Miss Baguette got me this headband. It keeps coming forward a bit. There.
But the problem if you crochet and knit stuff is that like it eventually sort of like it loses its elasticity or whatever.
It does, doesn't it? But I love it because it's orange.
Oh, exactly. What you want to do is you want to just get some hairpins just at the back, just to sort of, and then keeps it up. See, look, I know things.
There's one thing I am, and I do apologise for. I'm very repetitive. We can blame that on my BPD. I will say the same thing 20 times, but I'll say it in different ways. And someone said that to me, and you know what? I do. I should be a police officer, that interviews people, because I ask the same question, but in different ways.
You'll never give up. You'll get the answer one way or another. You'll just.
I can't help it, honestly. I've seen videos of me where I've actually repeated the same thing 20 times.
Oh, bloody hell.
It's fine. I know I'm coming over after the spell.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was going to come to it as well because I didn't understand what Pearl was saying when she was in yours. I didn't realise that she was doing an exposure on Chippy, nothing to do with the situation
No,
that's
nothing
occurred.
to do
So I
with
was like,
it, yeah.
oh, okay, like fair enough. Like I thought she was going to go on about that, but no, it's fair enough. Like,
I'm worse when I'm drunk, apparently. Yeah, when I'm terrible. I don't know why I keep doing
well, I don't think you need to say that, Angie. I think we all know that you are when you're drunk, but like, you know.
I've had people say you've just said that 10 times.
Oh no, but can I also just state something that I just want you to know, and I mean genuinely.
Yeah.
That like I am grateful for the support you've given me and the cult.
Oh, well, it was that one day, to be fair. Do you know what I mean? But
I know.
well, not even a day. It was a couple of minutes, but yeah.
But yeah, it's all good. Like and I've said that, and I've always said
listen,
that.
I just went on a rant, didn't I? To be fair.
Now I know. Now I know. No, it's all right. Like, I mean, it's not like we obviously sit down and talk like day in day out or anything like that. But it's just nice to be able to have interactions with people. Like I like talking to Corey, you know. Like, and I know that you know, but it's just one of them things. I like talking to people. That's all it is.
Yeah, exactly. I think we all do. I mean, I just love just having a little chat with my community sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Take
Pearl's
Angie.
not on yet.
Yeah. Oh, she's not on. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
No, she's not. Yeah, she's not on yet. Yeah. People must judge. Oh, right. I think you're saying Judge Judy. I was going to say I love Judge Judy.
I don't look like Judge Judy, do I?
No. I was saying about Judge Judy in the comments, and I was thinking, yeah, I used to love that.